I'm George.
And I'm Bob. We're the Shipping Goblins from Beetle and Grips. Today, we're going to talk about the amazing Map Vault Collection. And with the Map Vault Collection, you get a bunch of gorgeous two-sided maps, all scaled for standard minis.
Yeah, get yours now for the Map Vault Collection from Beetle and Grim, and all the players at your table will be revved up and hyper because the only thing they'll be able to say is...
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Zoinks!
Yeah, do it again.
Zoinks!
Hello?
Who do you think you are?
Yes, Mr. Lillard.
You're just some common.
Yes, sir.
You can't just go off and use my
It's your
voice
thing.
like that. I have rights.
Completely. We just thought...
Me?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take this right to
yes, sir.
Beetle. Hey, Grim.
Thank you, sir.
What happened?
Matthew Lillard watches our show!
Zoinks!
Double zoinks!
Wrought with demons, going to hell is the only way to get redemption. 5 adventures, 1 mission. This spring, join us as we descend into Avernus, the first layer of hell. Action, fire, brimstone. If you make a deal with the devil, you better be prepared to dance. Band of Badgers, Descent into Avernus, coming this May.
She said.
And then... nearly. Hello and welcome to Band of Badgers. I'm Dave, your GM for this evening, and this is Rise of the Runelords by Peso, and these are my lovely players. Say hello, players. I can't hear you if you're saying hello, but there we go.
Hello, players.
Steve is telling me everything's fine.
Everybody.
But no one on Twitch to meet my screen seems to be moving, so we'll catch up when we can. I'm still waiting for the nod that everything's fine from Steve.
I'm still on the advert. I'm still on the adverts.
Yeah, it's on the holding screen
so,
at the moment. Oh, it's
welcome.
just gone black.
I've got wings.
Wings.
You're behind, guys, and then I seem to be further behind everything else. And I've got Steve on twice loops. Okay, so welcome to our special guest player, Andrew STATON. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm good, apart from the lag issue, but we'll see how we get on.
Taking donations now to get Dave a new internet link.
Yep, we keep trying it. It doesn't work. Thank you, as always, to Beetle and Grim. They don't just support this show; they support all our stuff that we do. Thank you to WizKids and to VMuse. Thank you to Vallejo. Thank you to all of our supporters. And you can find underneath me in the box below some various discounts. So save yourself a few quid. Do go and check them out. And most important of all, thank you, yes you, for watching us. We would still be here if you weren't, but thank you for tuning in live.
It wouldn't be as fun without the viewers.
Exactly. But thank you for watching on YouTube as well. Thank you. Now, if you would like to support us, you can. We're on Twitch, so Twitch channel Prime sub things. Go off and do that if you can. It allows us to make various content, not just this show, but all kinds of content. For example, today is Thursday. This weekend on Sunday, we have 2 shows. We have the renamed War Badger. It was Badger Hammer. I think we're changing it to War Badger. I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to go with War Badger for now. Sunday evening, we're back with our Vampire the Masquerade show. And then into next week, we've got Monday with the Great British Brush Off. Tuesday, we're back with Vazen. And then more Runelords next Thursday, because it's a weekly show. But also, coming soon, the first week of May, and then it's a weekly series, we have our brand new Starfinder campaign, plus our brand new Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which will be Descent into Avernus. So do check those out. If you're into sci-fi, go for that. If you're into more of the D&D stuff, check that out. Hopefully, do both.
Check it out.
Now, if you don't know who we are Band of Badgers. We support various writers, artists, designers, and all kinds of creators, not just here in the UK, but all across the world. If you have something that you would like for us to help you promote it and get what we call the Badger Bump, we can. Just get in touch. Don't just follow us on Twitter. Get in touch. Drop us a line. Plus, if you would actually like to come and play and have a regular seat at one of our games, we're doing some one-shots coming up. We've got some charity streams coming up. So for the rest of the year, if you would like to be a regular player, all you have to do that is join our Discord community. And that way we can chat to you, get to know you, and as games come up, we'll be putting them on there first, so we can bring players on and kind of mix things up a little bit, which is what we want to do, really. Now, as I mentioned, Andrew Staton is here. He's our guest player for today. We'll find out more about Drew and his background and his love of games a bit later on when we get to like the half-time area. We'll have a quick Q&A. But first, we're going to do, as always, this is the start of a brand new chapter. We're now on to chapter 5 of 6 of Rise of Runelords. But first things first, we have to do the recap. So, if it's the first time joining us, stay tuned for this. So, our story began as our heroes take part in the Swallowtail Festival in the town of Sandpoint. Yet, as the celebration draws to a close, a band of goblins attacks. The PCs fight off the invaders and establish themselves as heroes. But when the local bartender Amiko Kajitsu goes missing, the town turns to the heroes for help. Rescuing Amiko reveals a conspiracy. Her estranged brother is involved with a group that has gathered the goblin tribes. No, I've just lost Sue. There we go.
Dear.
They're back. I have to wait for this to catch up now.
There we go. I can hear you now.
They can hear us, but they can't see us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right, guys.
Well, I could you were going in and out a lot for me. I could barely.
Right, guys. What we're gonna do? We're gonna sort this out as a quick invisibility break, and then we'll be right back. Okay? We'll be right back. Go, go, go.
Right, I'll assume we're live because I have no idea. So,
Solid. Solid.
The internet is broken, and
The whole
Dave
internet.
is away fixing it feverishly now. So we are going to bring forward our chat with our guest tonight, Drew Staton, from halftime to the beginning of the show. Staton, sorry, yes. So
No,
you
okay.
talked about pronunciations earlier, actually, because we're talking about character pronunciations. Any shows you've done, for me, I obviously don't know many actors. I work in engineering, so yeah, not a lot of actors in my world. Have you ever met somebody that you grew up idolising?
Not grew up, but I mean, so it said at the beginning that I was starring in season 2 of Picard. That is not true. I was merely doing some background work on the production side of things. But
You can blame Steve for that one.
Yeah, you can blame.
That's fair. That's fair. But he was there. Awesome, as you would think. Absolute gentleman. I haven't met. I haven't really been that starstruck working in the business, just because you see a lot of people. But there have been a couple of times where I've just gotten tongue tied. I met Paul Rudd once, and I completely flubbed it, but he was very gracious, and I was like, "Hi, my name's Drew. You're Paul. You know that I'm an idiot." He was like, "How's it going, man?" But he's super cool. Samuel Jackson is as cool as you think he would be. I will say the person that did not disappoint in any stretch of the imagination
was me. Thank you very much, Drew. It's really nice of you to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had to, I'm still tongue tied thinking about you. It's very, it's very hard to get around.
I'm sure I have that effect.
No, I'm.
You can't follow it now.
Oh my god!
It's when you're trying too hard to think of something, it just goes, and you never get it.
Yeah, no,
back.
it's completely.
Let's just start reeling off names of famous people.
Well, he played Khal Drogo. He played Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. Meeting Jason Momoa, he is as big as you expect him to be, and he's just the kindest dude. He's super cool. But it's
he does come across
like sometimes you meet people and they're just like, oh wow, he's shorter than I thought. It was like, oh, he's a lot thinner than I imagined he would be. But Momoa is just bam, exactly how you picture him. That tall, that wide, super cool dude. Yeah, it's he did not disappoint when I met him for the first time. But yeah, no, there's not a lot of. I haven't gotten to meet any of my my idols growing up yet. That hasn't really been a thing, unfortunately. Not yet.
They say not to.
Yeah, they do say not to.
They do, and for good reason. Because some people, you're like, oh hey, it's nice to meet you. She's like, get the fuck away from me. It's like, oh my god, okay, cool.
Which has
got to be the follow-up question, surely. Come on, the complete opposite. So you don't have to name names, but have you ever met anyone famous who you walked away thinking, I wish I'd never met that person?
Not yet. Not yet. I will say not yet. I found out later that the few people that I've met that have reacted that way, it's their dog just died or something horrible and they're just having a bad day. It's like, oh god.
I've heard stories similar.
Unfortunate.
Go on, Steve.
Meet anyone who would you really love to meet? Who's an absolute idol?
And there's a lot of controversy behind this name for many reasons, but honestly, Mel Gibson is and was and is still one of my favorite actors. Just because, I was trained on stage as an actor. in a not really a conservatory setting, but it was a small liberal arts school, and we had to wear a lot of hats. But like the focus on acting was very strong. And I love being on theater, but film is where I really wanted to be, and it's in part because of actors like Mel Gibson, because they can say so much without using words.
Yeah.
Just like facial expressions. Like Steve McQueen was famous for, like, he'd go through a script and he'd be like, "I'm not going to say that. I can do that with a look."
Yeah.
Like that type of emoting is something that I clung very hard to when I realized I wanted to become an actor.
Very good
so
point.
Mel Gibson's on the list. He's definitely on the list. I don't know, man.
So I'm gonna guess you got into role playing probably at high school rather than recently.
I did. It was actually high school. Eric Frankhouse Presents is actually in the chat right now. He and I had played a couple games before him, but he was my first DM. He basically taught me how to DM. But when we started playing, we started playing hard. I was a senior in high school, and we were playing at the college that I would eventually go to because he knew one of the people. But like we'd go Sundays like 10 a.m. to like 10 p.m. with like a lunch break, just balls to the wall for 12 hours.
It's got to be done.
Wait, what is that? That's not true. We have cons. Oh, the Peter Dinklage story. Yeah. The Peter Dinklage story is cool. He's a cool dude too. Okay, I'll tell that one, Eric. I was working on. He did a HBO original movie called My Dinner with Harvey, and he played Harvey, the guy who played Tattoo on Fantasy Island. Like he was recreating that role. It's a great movie. If you haven't watched it, it's really good. He's really good in it. But we were working at, there's a place called El Matador. It's a very famous beach. They use it in many different movies, but it's a beach, but then there's standing rocks, and there's a rock like wall that goes along the back of the beach. The walkway to get down to the beach is a son of a bitch. It is a goat path, and then it is a staircase that I wouldn't wish on anyone. And I had to do that trip like 7 times that day. It was horrible. But he got down there to the beach because we were recreating a scene. There's a scene in the movie where he's supposed to be like walking offset when they're shooting Man with the Golden Gun, the James Bond movie. And there's a small interaction there, but the permit we only had for part of the beach, and we had to walk through everywhere else to get there. And so the AD who brought me on, he's like, "Okay, Drew, I need you to go. Peter's here. I need you to go over there with your." So another thing about me that if you would know from just talking to me virtually, I wear kilts most of the time. I have over 10 of them. They're mainly all utility kilts. I saw my first one. I was like, "Those are awesome. I want to wear that." And then I started working for the company, so I just have a shit ton of them. But I usually wear them on set, which helps people remember me. But he's like, "Drew, I need you to go over there with your kilt and looking as intimidating as possible because I need Peter to get from A to B and not get stopped." I was like, "Done." So working smarter, not harder, I just took an umbrella with me and opened it and then just dropped it to the side. So I just blocked line of sight with him the whole time. But we're walking. It's like, "You guys are great. Can you guys come back to New York with me?" I was like, "I could possibly do that. Yes." But yeah, Peter is super cool. Good call, Eric. That's a really good story. I love that.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So, I mean, from my point of view, if you used to rock up at my school table and crack that voice out for your first character, it'd be like total intimidation. So, what was your first character you ever played?
The first character I ever played was a druid. I think we were level 4. It was a module, a 2nd edition module called, I think it's called Eye of the Serpent.
Right.
We had to, like, the Eye of the Serpent was this glinting light in a mountain, and the serpent was the river that we had to make our way up to get to. I think it ended up being like a crystal cavern or something inside of it. and it led on to other parts, but we never played the rest of it. But that was my first jump into D&D, and then I didn't play again for the first time I played was middle school, and I don't think I played again for like 5 or 6 years. And I found out they were playing a D&D game, and I was like, oh man, that was a ton of fun. I want to play that again. And like, I wasn't playing D&D per se, but I was a huge fan of the game Hero Quest when it came out here in the States, which was a Milton Brad. If you haven't ever played it, it was I think Milton Bradley mashup with Games Workshop. And it was like a dumbed down version, not really dumbed down, but like a more simplified version of Warhammer Quest, if you ever played that game, which you used Warhammer fantasy minis for all the monsters and stuff in the game. And it was just like an add-on for that.
Yeah.
But we went through the first and second book. Like we went through the main quest book and then the second book, which was, I think, Tales of the Witch Lord or something like that. But Hasbro just did their own version of Kickstarter for it. So like they're re-releasing it with new minis and stuff. I'm super excited. Like I backed the full project. But we got done with that game and I was like, oh, this was so much fun. And they had in the back of the booklet, they had a blank map for you to just make your own. So I started doing that because I was playing all 4 characters and my buddy was running it and we would just do it after school for hours. So that got done and I was like, well, I'm going to start making stuff up. So really, like, we were, for all intents and purposes, playing D&D after that, but I didn't know it was D&D because we were just creating a storyline and going off the rules we had of the system of that game. And we added some stuff to it. But I didn't start actually playing D&D religiously until like high school and then all through college. Actually, really, I haven't stopped. So. What year is it? 2021?
It is 2021, Jesus. Unfortunately, yeah.
22 years.
I was just going to say this,
channel, don't you?
With what we're going to do, we're going to hold the rest for half time because we have some more questions coming in, and Eric is piling in other questions as well. he's already teasing some stuff, which is good because he can heckle from the background.
Yeah, I was going to say there better be some personal stuff in there. Come on. Dish the dirt.
Please don't. Please don't. That's a terrible idea.
No, we'll save that for the Christmas stream this year.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
So, to catch up from when I was rudely interrupted by the internet, Chapter 1 recap. Yeah, just go check it out. It's on YouTube. So, but the heroes eventually confronted a murderer. It turned out to be a family member named Alden Foxglove in a haunted mansion near Sandpoint. There, they learn that he is but an agent of a much larger cult based in the city of Magnamar. The investigation moves to that city where the heroes confront the Skinsaw cult before learning that a related danger has taken up residence in an old clock tower. Here, the heroes encounter the true leader of the cult, a sadistic Lamia matriarch. Unknown to the heroes, this Lamia matriarch has been charged with harvesting souls of greed to aid in the reawakening of an ancient wizard tyrant known as Runelord Karzoug. Hopefully you'll probably be able to see the players making some notes down. Filling in those gaps. the Lamia's use of the Sahedron rune, the same 7-pointed star that both Nualia from Chapter 1 and the Skinsaw Man employed, hints at a much larger threat. The heroes are next sent into central Varisia to investigate why a bunch of rangers of remote Fort Rannick have gone silent. They arrive to find the fort overrun by an army of ogres and the surviving rangers held prisoner by degenerate ogre kin. By rescuing these rangers, the heroes liberate Fort Rannick and start to piece together what's really going on in the region. After dealing with a flooded town, a failing Thessalonian dam, they finally arrive on the upper slopes of the infamous Hook Mountain. Now here is where they confront and defeat the ogres and learn that a powerful stone giant named Mokmurian is actually planning a raid on Sandpoint. The heroes return to Sandpoint to help defend against Mokmurian's raiders and then take the fight to Jorgenfist, which is the fortress of the stone giants. By infiltrating the citadel and defeating Mokmurian, they not only end the threat of the massing army of giants, but they also discover that Macmorian was but another agent of Runelord Karzoug, and that the Sahedron rune is a symbol that he is utilising to aid in his return to this world. Yet there is still time. There is still time before Karzoug can fully regain his powers. Using Macmorian's library of Thessalonian lore, the heroes learnt that the key to Karzoug's defeat may well be hidden in a lost dungeon called the Runeforge, and that a route to that dungeon is hidden somewhere below Sandpoint. Now, if you'd have watched our session last 2 weeks ago, we actually did a chapter 5 session 0 where we kind of teased what was going to happen next. So to my players, can you remember where you were? What happened in that session?
We were in Sandpoint, weren't we?
Yep.
Back home.
And we teleported to Magnamar, did a little bit of shopping, tried to get Harrison elected mayor.
Harrison tried to get himself elected mayor. That went down as well as you might expect.
Yeah.
Yep.
I befriended the halfling community.
Yep. We
Nice.
pissed off a lady who sells magical shoes.
Mm-hmm.
We made one person very rich in Magnamar by giving them all of our money.
Tried to fight the corruption in Magnamar. And I think maybe a sinkhole might have opened up. Nothing major. Just a little tiny sinkhole in Sandpoint.
What was that, Elias?
There was a voice that spoke to us. Sort of got in touch, shall we say. I think it might have been Karzoug. Called us out as heroes.
So during the celebrations at Sandpoint, a bit of an ominous event occurred, which you can find out. It's on YouTube, where everyone at the party, almost seemingly possessed, turned around to talk to you, and the same voice came out of everyone's mouth in the party. As he kind of wrapped up doing his evil spiel, there was a rumble outside, and you could hear screams and as such. When you left the Magic Mansion, you ran over to what appears to be part of the garrison has fallen into a fairly large sinkhole, and there's a few people standing around quite worried, and in the background you heard what appeared to be howls, like wolf howls, coming from inside the hole in the tunnels below. And that's where
Do
you're
we
standing.
assume that that's the entrance to where we wanted to go? Just magically appeared, like an invitation.
Definitely an invitation.
Possibly one we should refuse.
Well, that's not something you see every day.
No.
I'm
it's
glad we
really
didn't
not.
go down further when we back when we, because we may have encountered. Well,
We were a bit stronger at least now. We might not get ripped to shreds straight away.
Fingers crossed, Elena.
Although you told us you might have something new to fight. Some more limbs to add to your collection.
Some more trophies for my fireplace back home.
what are the edges to the hole like? Are they just like earth? Like the earth has gone under, or?
It is literally a sinkhole. So it's gone straight down. Maybe about 40, 50 feet below, you can start to see what appears to be a tunnel. It's a brick-walled tunnel.
Is this similar to the hole we saw before that had the corkscrew thing around the edge that you could walk around?
No.
Or is it literally just a...
This is a proper sinkhole.
Yeah, so there's no way down except to jump or rope down or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's outside the barracks, or part of the barracks has fallen in?
Part of the garrison has gone in. I mean, a good section, not just the wall, but a good section of the building has gone in. Some of the guards, you see some of the guards standing around. with the lanterns lit because it's nighttime. You see Balor Hemlock comes out of the Magic Mansion as well because he was there, situated. And he starts to... Some of the men go up to him. He's getting reports of what's going on. He says, a team apparently heard some of my men have gone down. I don't know exactly how many, but a small regiment have gone down. Probably.
Already?
I think some of them were in the building. I think they've gone into to kind of maybe dig them out or find out what's going on.
So they had no choice but to go because they sank.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
At this point, you see by the church, there's a bit of a hustle. You see a couple of red shirt town guards who seem to be kind of walking very fast to try to keep up with this very well armored gentleman who's going traveling as fast as he can to get to the pit. So Bryson, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Bryson, he if you have any training in religion, you would know that he is a follower of Pharasma, the goddess of fate. His armor is silver, and it looks like it's been patinaed black with like some purple highlights, and he has a great sword on his back, and he is moving what seems to be very quickly and concerned to the opening of the hole. He looks down and looks at one of the guards that are with him. He's like, he went down there.
Yeah. He's gone. I told you. Look, he's gone. Jaren's down there somewhere.
Dark fate.
Welcome, Bryson. You have a vested interest in going down into the hole, I take it.
Yes. You are the heroes of Sandpoint, are you not?
That's us.
He kind of looks to the mansions like, what this party is all about. I'm assuming. I heard about it, but I wasn't invited.
You weren't invited?
Nice.
I thought everybody was invited.
Well, it was an open invitation. You know, it wasn't a named invitation. Anyone's welcome.
Oh,
My apologies,
proper
Bryson.
information. Otherwise, I would have been here.
Like,
kind of
you
looks
said you
down at
get
the
the
hole
message
again.
out.
In your defense, I have been deep in research. I only came because the guard here told me that my brother went into the hole. Are you planning on going in? My brother Jaren is down there.
We are
normally
planning on going in, yes.
Do things like that.
Well, I will accompany you as far as I can and give whatever aid in order to find my brother.
You are most welcome to join us.
You said you were researching something. What were you researching?
It has to do with certain tenets of my religion. I've been dealing with a small sect of fanatics, if you will. There is a how will I put this delicately? There are some that believe, and it is one of the tenets of the faith, that the more you suffer in this life, the better your reward will be in the next. And they have been pushing that belief on other people, and to the point of blinding and deafening them. So I am searching for an answer to that particular problem, specifically who I need to solve. But I haven't found it yet. But that's beside the point. My brother is more important right now.
Yes, of course. I was merely asking. It may be related to what we're here for, which is Karzoug, and the attempt to return this Runelord to our realm. But it sounds unrelated. So for now, it's unimportant, and like you say, your brother is more important. So, how do we get into this hole?
I'll look to the guards. Say, is there a? You said I can see that part of the building went down. Is there any type of stairway or substructure we could
the
move to?
sinkhole is literally kind of collapsed. There's lots of brick parts of the wall structure. It's all in this massive sinkhole, but you can make out there's like a faint glowing red coming from. So inside the sinkhole, there is the remains of a tunnel, and going deep within that is some kind of red light. And every now and then you hear what appears to be like a wolf howl. And the other town guards around you are saying, yeah, Jaren went down there. He took a couple of guards. They've gone down there. It's his party who are, it's his regiment, his squad. They're the ones who went down there. They were in the building when it's been swallowed up. So,
did you say it was 50 feet deep, roughly?
About 40, 50 feet deep. It's a steep slope of a,
We only need one length of rope then. So if we just tie it off to something this end and lower it down, we can get down, can't we?
Yeah.
So I will tie my rope off to something and go down. I'll go first.
Okay.
Brave Tolkus?
You've done that? Yeah, you tie it off, boom.
Tolkus is no longer scared of heights.
Well, that's good.
Because I took specific feats that would indicate that I've grown as a person, and I'm no longer scared of heights. So I've got like cat full and steady balance.
I just jab him a bit and just go, it must give you the butterflies though.
Not as much as when we lose you.
EBGBs at least,
Not as much as when you go wandering, Master Up. Then that gives me the butterflies in the stomach.
I told you, Tolkus, we should put reins on him.
Yes. I'm still working on the harness so that you can be mounted on my back.
Just don't get me a bit and we're fine.
Yeah, no.
Okay, this took a very different turn to what I was expecting.
This sounds like more of a private matter to be discussed later.
No, it's purely mechanical.
What do you think? You think this is going on? I look at Tolkus and look at me and just go like.
Oh no, Rup, no.
I've seen a lot of things in my time on this world. I'm not here to judge.
This banter would make my wife and kids laugh their heads off. Right, let's go.
I just go. So, Elias.
You've dug your own hole. It may be bigger than this one.
It didn't need to. It appeared out of nowhere. Right. So Tolkus will tie off a rope to something at the top, and then throw the rest down, and then start making his way down.
As he's making his way down, I'm just gonna go full show off and dive into the hole. And after the first 10 feet, cast Featherfall and then float majestically to the floor, arriving around the same time that Tolkus reaches the bottom.
Okay, so Elias does a little bit of Mary Poppins as Tolkus climbs down.
Please, you have a cane as well. You could do like an umbrella.
Yes, I do have a cane, yes. Yeah. I'll flit up like an umbrella.
Mary fucking Poppins, y'all! Okay, you see him reach the bottom. Again, now you're along the bottom. You can see that all the rubble, the building material, and all the earth kind of piles into this corridor at an angle, and then slowly it takes you into. I wouldn't say it's not 100% familiar, but certainly this could be somewhere that you visited before. If you remember, under the glassworks, you was in various tunnels.
So there's a possibility this might be a bit we didn't go in, but was attached to the bits we were in before.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, everybody. The rope is safe. Come down.
When I get down there, can I see if there are any marks in Druidcraft on the wall? Because I know when we were going along, I was marking the wall.
Yep. So you walk. How far in the tunnel do you want to go? Or just a general keep an eye out?
Just a general keep an eye out.
Okay.
I was going to say as we
go wandering off on my own.
Yep.
This is fine.
When you reach the bottom as well, you hear a few ominous howls coming from deep. More like echoes, but it sounds like wolves howling.
Just wolves, right?
Just wolves.
Yeah. Do they definitely sound like wolves? They sound otherworldly wolves? Can I make a nature check? It's
Ghostly
kind of what I'm getting at.
vampirish wolves. Yeah, you can make a nature check, sure.
While she's doing that,
That's not great.
did that thing that we bumped into in that room right at the beginning make howling noises? The furry monstery thing that I can't remember the name of.
The furry monster.
The sin spawn.
Yep, no, not the ones with the jaws that came out. We went into that room and it had the fire thing, and there was like a furry werewolfy type thing in there.
Don't know.
I can't
Do you not remember
I
that
do
one?
not remember.
For just because they didn't remember, you can have a penis queen. There you go.
Yay! You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Dave?
I know.
I have no idea what his name was, but I know it talked. But I was trying to remember, does it howl? Because is it going to be more of them?
Oh, I know what you
You're
mean.
talking about the mutants
Oh.
in the cupboards.
No, it was on its
No,
own. It'd been
the,
trapped there for millennia or something.
What's his name?
Malfeshnikor.
That's the one. Malfeshnikor's lieutenant or the lieutenant?
Yes, the lieutenant thing.
I rolled 27.
That wasn't here. That was in Thistletop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The room of fire. Yeah, that was in the temple underneath us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Yelena, it's definitely some kind of animal. There's no, and Tolkien is talking about this demon thing. You don't think it's a demon thing, but it's definitely of an animal of some kind.
Yelena, could it be more dire wolves like we have fought before?
It could be. It's definitely more of an animal. It's not like the thing we saw at Thistletop.
Right.
Another
opportunity to get more skins.
Yeah. At some point, you're not going to be able to carry those skins, Tolkien. Even you're not that strong.
I have this special bag. Everything I put in it, the bag does not get bigger.
I really do need to get one of those.
So Yelena, Tolkien, and Linus are at the bottom of the pit. Rupp, Harrison, Bryson. Okay, Rupp, you're taking the rope?
Yep.
Bryson, Harrison.
Harrison, who hasn't introduced himself to Bryson yet,
he was waiting until everyone else had left before he could really introduce himself.
Hello, Bryson. My name is Harrison Foxglove, the few Magnamar. I hope I will get your vote. So I thank you. And Harrison then swiftly climbs down the rope after doing all this.
Okay, he's taking his mayorship. Okay.
Society of 24. Heard anything?
Oh, it's Dave Frey.
Oh, I'm still here. I'm still here.
He's fallen out. He's fallen out. He's fallen out. Okay.
Society of a 24. Have I heard anything about him in town?
In town, yes, you have. The mostly going saying of Harrison is he is a bit of a dick. Mainly because he doesn't remember people's names. He looks down on people. He is quite greedy. He'd do anything for money. Yeah, and he wears a glove on his head. Like that. Because he is secretly the Avenger called the Glove.
Secretly?
Well, not really a secret anymore.
I don't.
He's walking around with the
tells
glove on his
everyone he
head.
meets, so I don't see how it's a secret.
I just go to the other... Do we leave our new friend with Harrison? Right.
Yeah, it's accidentally.
Oh no.
Is it like the Clark Kent Superman thing, where you just put the glass?
No.
Not even that.
So Toka shouts up to Bryson, hurry up and get down here, quick! Don't lend him any money.
Waiting for the rope to clear. Waiting for the rope to clear. Is it athletics to climb? Yeah.
Yeah, we can just say you get down.
That's fine. It's a knotted rope and everything. It's specifically designed for making climbing easy.
He gets down to the bottom of the rope. He's like, I wanted to make sure the rope was clear before I came down. If I fell, it wouldn't be good for any of you.
I would have caught you anyway, Bryson.
Looks at all of his armor.
Yelena is gonna side-eye Harrison for that comment. Seriously. Who do you think you are, Harrison Prime?
I aspire to be.
Hey guys, do you remember I used to have a half brother?
Wait, you have another half brother?
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Right, the corridor, Dave. The corridor,
light,
quick.
I cast light on my coin.
Sorry, Bryson. Harrison will just apologise for him now.
I've heard things. It's fine.
Okay, you prepared. He means well.
So there are, as you continue down through this tunnel, you notice there is various scratches and etchings on the brick walls beside it. This is still a man-made tunnel. This isn't anything that's Thessalonian old. You're not deep enough for any of that. It is quite shallow.
Do we want to be stealthy going down this tunnel? I'm just wondering. I think I might want to be stealthy.
Well,
I'm going to roll a stealthy check.
we're tracking the other party, right?
Yeah, you're tracking.
Yeah, but we don't know if something's going to jump out on us. We're just trundling then. Are we in trundle mode? Is that what we're saying?
Well, yeah, we can see footsteps, hopefully, of the previous people who've gone down, right?
So do we need to do a survival check to track them, or is it just one tunnel with no offshoots?
This is one tunnel.
Okie dokie. Just checking.
One tunnel going in one direction, which is forward. There's no light in this tunnel apart from the dull glow right at the end.
And Rup's point.
Yep.
Cast light.
Okay, so you're walking quite a while until it comes to a very steep but circular stairwell that heads down only. And that seems to be where the glowing was come from. Weirdly, as you've been going down this tunnel, the glow always stays ahead of you. You've never actually caught up to the glow. And even here at the stairs, there's a glow from far down, where you would have expected it to be at least at the top if it was at the end of this straight, long, narrow tunnel.
Could that be the other group's light source as they're walking away from us?
It's a good assumption, yeah.
Just a guess.
Bad guess.
Are we... So people are trying to stealth?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Not quite
Then
yet.
he'll call out, Jaren.
You hear your own voice echoes down the stairwell and then back up at you, but there's no reply.
So say that again, Bryson. Shout your brother's name again. And as he does so, I'll cast message and send Jaren as a message towards the direction of that party. So instead of shouting, in case the sound's not getting there, it will get delivered directly to what I think is a creature there.
Jaren.
Sound effects.
No.
And then, so Elias, you're going to pick this up if there's a reply.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no
Eerie
reply, is there?
silence.
There's no reply. What you do get back, though, is a recognition of great pain.
Okay. Whoever's in front of us is suffering heavily. I hope it's not your brother Bryson, but I think we need to get a boot on.
Bryson picks up speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go down the stairwell, yeah?
Yeah.
Weapons drawn.
Yes.
Just in case.
Okay.
Oh, too many pies.
So that,
What happens when you buy a bag of pies?
you go down for about 3 rotations, and then you realise that there are now cobwebs. They were quite thick webs that seem to clog part of the stairwell. It's definitely obvious that someone else has broken through to make a hole through these webs. But here and there are various gaps and scratches along both the walls and the floors. There's also, this far down and what you might expect, there's a complete absence of any mold or mildew. Everything seems to be clean, apart from these webs, which are mostly higher up.
It's concerning.
God, the metagamer in me is just going clean corridor in a dungeon. Letting us leave.
Maybe it's just well ventilated.
Yeah, totally. It's totally well ventilated.
And they've got central heating.
Yeah. The scratches. How deep are they? And can I maybe gather what they might be made of?
They're not deep at all. It's more like just scratches across the surface.
Okay. So superficial.
Yeah, they're not. It's not like drag marks or claws on a wall. Almost superficial.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can smell anything familiar? Like any previous animal I've fought or monster I've fought or something like that?
I'll give you a sniff check, yeah.
Yeah, and it is 12 plus 22, which is 34.
No. There's no untoward smells. There's no like smells of decay and stuff like that, and that's what I mean about mildew and mold. There's no muskiness.
So it doesn't smell as I would expect it to smell.
Correct.
Like a dungeon.
It's almost, you've had similar before where it was kind of clean ozone.
Ah. Is it cold down here?
No. It's cool, but it's not cold.
Okay. So it's not like that tower then.
Correct.
I'd like to use magic sense, please. So anything I see that is magical, I'm aware of as if it was a detect magic spell.
Okay. There's nothing magic here on the stairwell as you're travelling down.
Okay, I will walk to the front and remain alert, trying to keep an eye out perception-wise for any traps or anything like that, any magical traps, now that I've got magic sense switched on.
Okay. So eventually, Bryson, you reach the bottom. It's probably about 7 or 8 rotations down. And it almost ends at a dead end. Apart from there's a crack in the wall at the bottom of the stairs. There was obviously some kind of secret door here before, but now maybe whatever has caused the sinkhole way up above, the pressure within these built walls has cracked this one. So the secret door is now open. But if you've ever played Tomb Raider, it's one of those things where suddenly over the shoulder cam, you've got to kind of skip through.
Squeeze in.
You've got to squeeze through. Your armor scratches on the brickwork as you do.
Is it a long channel or is it just a wall that is...
It's a long channel.
Like, could I break through the wall? Okay.
It's about 30, maybe 30 feet of just... You can see light at the other end, basically, literally light at the other end of the tunnel. Glowing lights, which is probably some kind of flame. But yeah, you've got to scratch through this tunnel to get there.
Okay. I will do so.
So everyone, whoever's, let's say Elias, because Bryson's kind of hurrying, moving forward.
I'll follow behind because I'm fast in these camp conditions.
I was going to say, it's going to be easier for you.
It's a lot easier for you and Elias, yeah.
Going to be hard for me.
Actually, before he goes, he'll look back and, like, if you will be faster, I don't want to slow you down. Go ahead, and he'll let them go first.
I'll go ahead.
Okay. So Elias, you're now taking point.
I'll follow with the light source.
Okay.
Tulkas gets out his bodybuilding oil, rubs it on himself to make him get through it much easier.
Okay, so Tulkas
This day is
oils up.
turning out to be very different.
Can go through it easier, and now I look glistening.
Just gives a little...
Yeah. Making them dance Terry Crews style.
Okay. And you eventually break out. Whoever, as you go, you each kind of go through. Unless you wanted to hang around on the stairs for the rest of the session.
Nope. We've got to get forward. We've got to save Bryson's brother.
Okay.
Bryson's brother. Sorry.
So the walls and floor. You break out into a bigger chamber. The walls, floor, and even the arched ceiling of this place are covered with writing. The words are spiraling and trailing in the ancient language of Fassalon. Some of the phrases are immense, with words nearly like 3 feet high, while others are written in tiny, spidery script. The medium for the writing varies as well. Sometimes it's dark ink, sometimes it's blood. Sometimes the words are carved into the stone itself, maybe with a coin, a dagger, or fingernail. Passageways are to the north and to the west are both filled with fog. There are a pair of stone doors to the south, and the faces on the doors are carved with an immense image of a 3-eyed jackal's head.
Do jackals make howling sounds?
Also, what I have for you is I will just dig it up, and for my players in chat, I will send you a player map. So this is just for you, my players, just so you can kind of keep track of where you are on the map. This is you are on the right hand side. You will see a stairwell.
Yeah.
Okay. You've gone through the secret door. Well, the secret there was a secret door. You've gone through the tunnel, and you're now into a much bigger room to the left of that.
And so there was fog coming from the north and from the west. So the wider corridor is a bit obscured.
Correct. So you started at A1, you've moved into A2 to the north. You can see literally the earth has crumpled down into it. Again, this might be the pressure from other things, but the north passage is covered in fog. Further to the west is all in thick fog, and to the south you see those 2 double doors. Now for the audience, I will bring up the map. And it will be...
Dave, can we see any footprints on the floor at all? Like, is it dusty or anything like that, dirty on the floor? Can we make out any footprints? Do you want us to roll a survival check to check?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. Not sure I'm the best person, but I'll do it anyway.
I'll give it a go.
Well,
Might not matter anyway. 32 total.
Yeah. So as you can definitely see signs of other footprints, and they seem
any of them
to
look fresh?
Definitely fresh. Yes. So this is the people you've gone in after. There's a mixture. There's a mixture of directions, but most of them all seem to have travelled on to west into the fog.
Elias, what do you make of this fog? Is it magical?
I'm cutting out a little bit, but is it magical, Dave?
The fog?
Yeah.
No.
Is any of the scrawled text on the walls magical at all?
No.
But what does it read, please?
Okay. So, Ian, I've just got to reset my camera there.
It says, whatever you do, don't go west.
Yes. So while you're searching around and looking at the writing, most of it is all a bit scripture-like. It's all praise to Lamashtu. Okay, there's no words of any kind of Runelords or mention of Runelords. It is all to do with Lamashtu. However, something that sticks out to you is what's called It's called a stanza.
Yeah, part of a poem.
Yeah, and it reads. Everyone have their pens and paper ready. It reads, "If magic bright is your desire, to old Runeforge must you retire. For only there does wizard's art receive its due and proper start."
All sounds a bit hocus pocus to me.
What was that last line again?
I'll read the whole thing out for you. So, if magic bright is your desire, to old Runeforge must you retire. For only there does wizard's art receive its due and proper start.
Well, you've been learning wrong all along, Elias.
And as you've been reading that, and kind of thinking about it against all the other Lamashtu mentions, you hear a voice that's kind of here, there, and everywhere. It's not talking to you in one particular thing. And it's a bit of a crazed voice. It's like, "Oh, more company. Who are you?" "You, blue one. Tell me."
I put my hood up and go invisible.
Probably wise.
Jaren.
Jaren.
Call his brother's name again.
Jaren. It's been so much fun. He has quite a lot to say. Who is he to you?
Did you say that the voice was coming from somewhere, or somebody's come out of the fog?
Just
out
around us.
It's out all around you. Yeah, here, there, and everywhere, almost on the wind.
Getting really weird It vibes.
Bryson, has your brother got a token, or a ring, a family heirloom?
He's got lots of wings.
Dave, would we have signet rings or anything?
Possibly.
To our family?
Yep, possibly.
Like, and he'll hold up his hand like we each share this sigil. This is our family crest.
Well, you used to share the crest. I think you're the only one now.
Show yourself.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
gonna
need to do that right now.
Bryson's gonna roll a perception to see if he can figure out where this voice is coming from.
Right.
It's a 31.
Did you cast your locate?
It's a good roll.
Yeah.
It's literally bouncing off the walls all around you, it's echoing around the chamber.
I'm gonna cast locate object.
Okay.
On a signet ring like that one.
Good move. Yes, it is further to the west.
Invisibly, I walk to the west.
I completely forgot he was invisible, sorry.
I just go, so right, Elias, I just like stomp a few times, kicking up some dust, and then...
someone else is here. Look at that. Stompy,
and then I
stompy.
try and stealthily walk off to show the others where I am, and then try and walk off.
As you try to walk off, everyone else sees Rupp almost kind of glow, outlined in kind of fairy fire. Now I see you.
Yeah. I brush off the fairy.
Whoever you are, reveal yourself now, or you are going to die. You're probably going to die anyway, but reveal yourself first. It's nice to see who you're going to kill.
I can reveal myself.
Right.
I am the scribbler.
Ah, you are responsible for the text on the wall.
Yes, that's me. But
So
tell
I
me.
take it you may not be a foe then.
No, why would I be a foe unless you're a foe to me?
No. Why don't you come out and share some sausages?
Sausages?
Some cultures told, because people might take that the wrong way.
I pull out. I've got this some sausages in my bag, holding nicely wrapped up. I pull them out and say, "Food. Would you like to eat with us? Come on."
Eat? No. Actually, I would, but I cannot eat anymore. Probably something I would like to have shared. But no, I cannot.
I just go to Bryson and just go, your brother's this way.
He says that. Bryson will pull his sword and start walking.
Okay. So it means going into on the map.
A6 probably.
A6, yeah. You basically walk into the fog. Okay.
Wait,
So you and Rup.
before you do that, before you go into the fog, well, we didn't have a very good experience with fog and Marine before, so let me just try and get rid of it. I'd like to cast summon elemental, please, and I'd like to summon air elemental.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to instruct the air elemental to go into the fog and just start blowing it away.
Okay.
Or moving it away from us further west to try and reveal the room.
Okay. You see, you summon the elemental. That's perfectly fine. As it blows the fog away, it just seems to keep coming back.
Okay, so it's surrounding it as well. It blows it away for a bit and then it just comes back. Is there any way it can clear a small area where we could walk next to the air elemental?
It's definitely clearing it because the way it is in perpetual motion.
Yeah.
But as it tries to move through, the fog just finds its way back.
Okay, well that's fine. As long as it creates us a little pocket to follow where we're not in the fog, we could follow it, go to the room, walk around the room, try and find any ways out.
Yep.
Is it also up to the ceiling?
Yep. So where you are is about 40-foot high ceiling. In the next area, so A6, the transition starts. You can see on the map, you've got like 4 pillars in the middle, like a corridor area. That is. Oh, thank you, Baker Buns, for the raid.
Yeah, nice one.
That is a smaller area, so there's not much fog there, but then the fog almost seems to rise into the main chamber. The main chamber, further to the west, has a ceiling, again, of about 40 foot, but it's instantly changed. It's more of a cathedral style. Again, there's writing over every part of this building, of this room. Even on the ceiling, there's writing.
Do you think it's worth us asking Mr. Scratchy if he's got any advice for being in this place, you know?
What would you like to ask?
Could you give us a clue as to what else is down here besides yourself?
Well, if you keep looking, you're going to find death.
I have a funny relationship with death. It
But
doesn't
tell
like
me, I want to know something first, and then we can bargain, yes.
You want to bargain?
I want a bargain bucket, yes. Yeah. Tell me what happened to Fasalon.
He's talking your language, Elias.
Lamashtu is a demon queen. You don't ever want to have
Lamashtu?
Any type of deal with a demon.
Oh, what's wrong with Lamashtu? She's such a generous. She's not repugnant at all. Have you seen her? God, she is hot.
The likeness alone is enough to sicken me.
How
You're
long
not
have you
going
been
to
here?
like what I have been here. Not very long, actually. I've only recently awoken. In fact, my prayers were answered. Lamashtu is the one who brought me back. Yes.
What do you mean she brought you back?
Lamashtu brought me back. That
But
is what
why?
I mean. I don't know. Probably to
What's your name?
continue to serve. I said my name. My name is the Scribbler. Can't you see all the writings on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryson's over this. He's gonna walk into the fog.
Yeah. I thought so.
So, Bryson's walked in.
Jaren. Yep.
So what you
Sword
see as you walk into the main cathedral, which is a shrine of Lamashtu, on the floor you find, actually it's, so although portions of the cathedral have collapsed, leaving mounds of rubble on the floor and crumbling walls, the chamber retains its sense of awe. There are 4 black stone pillars supporting the arched roof, as I said, about 40 feet above. And on the floor between them is an image of a 3-eyed jackal that almost seems to glower from the stone itself as you walk across its face. This image also glows with a soft, rusty light that illuminates the entire room from below. Alcoves in the north and south contain statues of a jackal-headed pregnant woman. Each statue clutches a pair of kukri crossed over her chest, and a reptilian tail winds down around her taloned feet. To the west, what once might have been a stone pulpit featuring other statues has now seems to have been partially buried under another collapse. The walls of this room are densely decorated with, again, hundreds of scribblings and sprawling runes.
Do any of them say anything coherent, or is it just like graffiti?
It's pretty much the same as what you've experienced in the first room. It's all praise to Lamashtu everywhere, large and small. Some of it is different scribbling, some of it is languages you don't even understand. And every now and then you find, you might find something else that kind of makes sense. Like you already found the first kind of passage, if you like. However, Bryson, what you see as you walk further into the fog is, so you walk into the area which has the red mark on the floor.
Yep.
What you see as you walk into the fog, you hear like clacking noises, like click clacking, and they seem to be getting closer.
Coming from which direction?
Directly ahead, and it's getting closer, and then you start to hear. First of all, it was breathing. Then it seems to be more of a roar.
Do we hear this as well?
You do. I've just noticed we've had a reshuffle. Let me just try and.
Sorry, that's my fault.
Sorry. Let me just try and get that. There we go. And what you see, Bryson, coming out of the fog directly in front of you is what appears to be
Bunny rabbit.
Yep. Is a demon that you may have seen or heard of before called a Glabrizu. It's a huge red monster with spikes and horns and ravenous teeth. If you're watching Twitch, you can see a kind of shot of it now. With giant crab-like pincers on its main arms. Huge clawed feet, but also in its midsection it has 2 much smaller arms as well. And it starts to attack. And then can everyone roll up their initiative, please?
3.
40.
Okay. 40 is a good one. Okay.
30 deuce.
32 for Tolkus. Let's go around the table. Yelena.
41.
41.
Nice.
Now I can roll.
Ooh.
Elias.
25.
25. Rupp.
29.
And Harrison.
40.
Got those. Okay. Try and keep those in. And I. Oh, what? Come on. That's terrible.
1.
I did. I got a natural 1. The first roll, it's a natural 1. That's not good.
Love it.
I'm actually last. That is not on.
Surprisingly.
That is not on.
Wow, roll a 1 and go last.
A couple of games then.
Right. And then I will. Let's see if this works. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. It didn't work.
Turn it off.
And we turned that on. Now, for those of you who are in, who can watch it on Twitch, you will see that we have a map going on. For those of you in Vorpal board, you can play around with that. That's fine. Bryson is in the middle. Tolkus, how are you following the group?
Well, before that all kicked off, I was just about to say that Tolkus tells the scribbler that he's obviously not going to be of any use and then goes after Bryson. So I guess I'll be the next one in the room, unless anyone else was before me. I can't remember.
No.
No.
No, yeah, so I'll probably, I mean, you know, without wishing to meta game, I'd probably come in like the same time that Bryson sees the thing coming towards him. Does that make sense?
Yep, so you're directly behind Bryson.
Yeah, like I'd be like 5 seconds behind him, sort of thing.
Okay, so we'll put you there. Elias, where was your air elemental?
So that lasts for a minute, and what I was doing was trying to go around the outside of the room, following the walls to try and find ways out.
Okay.
So I'd have gone in the room and to the right.
Not left.
No, you're right. I would have gone left because we always go left. So I would have gone in the room and to the left.
Okay. So you and the air elemental, yeah?
Me and the air elemental, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
But depending on how long it's been since this happened, it could have gone because it does only last for a minute.
Okay, Yelena.
I probably would have followed Tolkus.
Okay. I will put behind Tolkus. Rupp.
I'd be next to Tolkus, right behind Bryson, probably.
Okay. And Harrison.
I'm following up behind Yelena, so.
Okay, you are behind Yelena. Right. Harrison, you are literally behind Jeff's head.
Okay.
On the screen. You can see. I know you can see that screen, but you can on this one. Right.
Sweet.
So top of the round, we have Bryson followed by Harrison. So Bryson, you see this huge demonic beast literally step into sight. You're still surrounded by fog. You can't see anyone else, but you know that Tolkus is behind you.
So, is it right in front of me? As in melee range?
It is right in front of you now, yes.
So I don't have to move?
I've put you... See, it has a long reach. So it can reach you, but you can't reach it.
Got it. Well, he's going to step in. And he's going to use Smite Evil, and he's going to hit him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go for it.
Bring
it on.
Do I have to do anything against an attack of opportunity against him moving through his threat or no?
No, you're good.
Okay. And that's going to be a lot. 44 to hit.
44 hits.
Okay. Some more D6s. So you see Bryson's blade ignite with white fire.
Melting through the
Right
mist.
before it hits him.
Yep.
That's a D12. Half the fire is, or half the damage is fire from the add-on, and the other half is holy. So 5 plus holy. That's 8. Sorry, math. 8, 10, 16. So 16 regular damage, 4 holy damage, 3 fire damage if it soaks any of that.
Yeah. Ooh, good. Okay, cool. Remember, you get 3 actions.
I moved. Smite is an
double.
action, and then my attack is the third.
Right. Fair enough. Harrison, over to you, followed by Yelena,
Okay.
please.
Is the creature airborne?
No, he is walking.
Okay. Okay, fine. I will go up to it. If it's within 30 feet of 30 feet of me.
It is. Yep, you can get there in time.
Okay, sweet. So I will move, and I will attempt my usual double strike. So
Okay.
let's try.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30 will put you basically next to him there.
Okay, so the first attack is a 38 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay, and the second attack is a 35 to hit.
Ooh, hits.
Okay, sweet. So I'll roll both of my damages. Here we go. Let's boogie. Okay, so 6 points of persistent bleed.
Okay, yeah.
And 13 points of standard damage for the first attack, and 10 points of damage for the second.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice, it's good. Couple of good hits.
Yep. So obviously Harrison is just doing his standard. He's whipped out his blades and he's just doing his double slice. Ooh.
Double soak.
and yeah, just like, just slash straight down through the middle of its stomach.
You need like the Zorro, but you do the H, like 2 lines.
Yeah.
Yelena followed by
done, yeah.
Yelena followed by Tolkus, please.
Okay. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move up to next to Tolkus, and I'm gonna point my staff at it and kind of thrust my hand forward. And could you make a fortitude save, please?
Ooh, I will not use the cursed dice.
Oh, please use the cursed dice.
No. Oh, that was.
Is that the one that rolled a 1?
Yeah. 40.
Okay. Well, you are slowed, but just for the 1 round.
Okay.
Unless it was a critical success.
No,
So
it
you
wasn't
have-
critical.
Okay, good. So it does have an effect for 1 round. It doesn't say how. It just says you're slowed and your actions are slowed. So I don't know quite how many actions you get. Assuming you get 3, maybe knock 1 off.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I've got I don't. That's annoying. I was just seeing I got me box of token thingies, and I was just trying to see if I had slowed. There's no slowed. No.
No.
Right.
That sucks.
Don't buy them.
I think I've given you a bit of a reprieve, Bryson. Maybe it might not attack you as many times.
Okay, he's mid-load. Right, Tolkus, is that?
That is my turn.
Okay,
Yep.
Tolkus followed by Rup.
Right, Tolkus is going to use one action to move towards the crabbed hand fiend-looking thing.
Yep.
And then he as he raises his axe, and it looks slightly different than normal. It almost looks like more hefty, and he holds it in one hand and holds it up, and all of a sudden this bolt of lightning comes out the ceiling and hits the axe, and as well as looking sub-zero cold, it's now got lightning all round the blade, and it's crackling, and it just think of Thor from Endgame, yeah? Ooh. It's just like that, and he takes an almighty swing at the beast with a power attack.
Go for it.
Because that's going to take my last 2 actions. And I am going to roll attack. Ooh, it's a good attack. It's a 16 on the dice, which means I hit an armor class of 46.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
Right, and I'm actually going to use a dice rolling program for the damage because, yes, you've guessed it, I now roll a lot of dice. It's 5d12 and 2d6.
Nice.
I
need a human calculator.
That is 39 damage on the dice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Plus 6.
Just plus 6.
So, yeah, plus 6.
45, sorry, 45.
Yeah, 45 damage.
Cool. Nice.
And where the axe hits him, the wound will freeze slightly, and you'll see electricity just crackle out from the side of it as well.
It definitely did not like that. It pushes him back as well. It just kind of almost takes a step back, and seems very impressed with you. But just snarls and like clack 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 starts kind of coming in your direction.
Crab hand being
Rup, followed by Elias, please.
What sort of sounds is it making?
At the moment, it is growling, but it can speak.
Okay. So you don't look like you're home, do you? And I strike my staff down and cast banishment on the creature. I'd like you to make a will save, please.
Ooh. Here we go. Right, banishment.
Yeah, you should have pass.
Yeah. 34, 37.
Yeah, he succeeds.
Oh,
so you see as chains start to lash out from my staff down, trying to bring him down into a slowly opening portal in the ground that just kind of just shuts up a bit. And just like,
he pushes back and he kind of starts to tear at these magical chains, and they start to bend and then break and snap. His will is stronger than what you're summoned.
Fuck.
Well, shit.
Anything else you can do, Russ?
I'm going to run around the wall.
There's a pillar there. We can go behind the pillar.
Yeah.
You're not climbing on Tulkus's back? Oh.
No. I just got, well, shit.
Okay. Elias.
Do you want me to make a perception check to see if I hear this going on?
You can definitely hear this going on. Yeah, you can see the giant shadow in the middle of the room. It's so they're on the. If you look at the map, I'm using a red disc.
Yeah.
Which you can get from campaign coins, which is emanating red. But it's actually a picture of a three-eyed jackal head on the floor. Okay, so that's what's emanating red into the room. From that, it's kind of uplighting all the shadows. You know what Tulkus looks like, and you've seen Harrison run in there. And the other armoured figure you take to be Bryson. But then this huge hulking beast with like these giant pincers as they're all attacking it.
Okay, I will. I think move forward a little bit, please. I'll move me and the earth move me and the air elemental just forward like 2 or 3 spaces, so we're roughly in line with that white column.
Well, you're going to make the earth move then for a second stage.
So I'll go there. Thank you very much. Perfect. And then there's a barrel in the corner, isn't there?
Oh no!
On your fine scenery. So I'm gonna use a little spell. I'm not gonna attempt to do the whole, the axe and film move or anything. I'm just gonna be subtle. I'll cast telekinetic projectile, make the barrel fly across the room and smack him in the back of the head, please.
Ooh.
Hats off. I think that's equally as impressive.
Where's Donkey Kong when you need him?
Yeah.
So that is a number, and that number adds up to a total of 34.
Okay.
To hit.
34 does hit.
Okay, I will take these dice and roll my damage. That's 16, 19, 25, 30. 30 points damage.
Okay. So this barrel launches from across the room. If I can get it. It's stuck with blue tack.
How is it moving? How is it moving?
And on impact, it explodes. I'll get rid of that because it's gone.
The CGI.
It's amazing, isn't it? On impact, explodes with the blast of a fireball.
So it goes.
Yep. So
wait, how many dice to roll now?
Can you roll 8d6 for me, please?
I can.
Is it emanating like green, or like in the picture, is it red and rusty like light?
The light below you, coming out the floor, is a red rusty light.
Right. Okay.
And then basically, you suddenly, as you can see, this demon suddenly his back is going to explode into fire.
32 points of damage.
Okay, so
nice.
That's to Tolkus, Bryson, and Harrison, please. 32.
Is there any sort of saving throw for that, or is it just
reflex?
It's a reflex saving throw.
Reflex.
Well, that's not going to be very well. Nat 1 plus 25.
Okay, it's a nat 1, so it's still a failure.
19. 32. 31? 31.
31?
Is that
yeah.
31?
You passed, you take half damage.
Oh, and is it fire?
It is fire.
I have Ring of Energy Resistance Fire.
Okay. Is that half again, or is that 0?
Yeah, I think it's half of the half.
It's 5 off.
Okay.
Oh, it's 5 off. That's right. We knew that last time because good old Chris was on the ball.
Yep. And then Bryson, if you want to do a reflex.
The 36 as a reaction, I activate Divine Grace, which gives me a +2, so it's a 38.
Okay, you pass. So you take half damage as well. So Harrison, full damage. Elias, roll your damage.
What was the half damage again? Sorry.
So full damage was 36.
Oh right, okay. So that's
32.
Right. So 18.
32.
32. Sorry. So
32.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then half again. Oh, that's funny. I got it right.
And as it explodes, the demon does not like that and gives out a little growl.
I take a little bow.
There is an impudent whelp.
I shout back at Elias, "You bastard!"
Nice one, Elias. It's not just me anymore.
My ears prick up and see that Harrison might need healing.
So as the barrel explodes into him and he sees Elias, he makes some muttering noises and he claps his claws together, and everyone falls to the ceiling as he casts reverse gravity.
Oh.
And you all
I have catfall.
You all fall.
Me too.
How many actions is that?
It's a triple action. That's it.
He's only got 2 actions.
Because no,
You
no,
Damn, it's
you
so
got
funny,
one
it's
over.
crazy.
Oh no.
Sharon, you're my hero.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that is my good thing done for this evening. I will be off.
oh
Dave
no.
can add that to the list of stories when the players messed up the plan.
Yep.
I'll
Yep.
just use Steve.
Well, in that case, then he's just going to have to kill you all.
Well, I thought he was going to do that anyway.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to do that, yeah.
Right, so he's going to pick on Bryson because he's there. He's going to pick on all 3 because he's got 3 actions. Sorry, 2 actions.
No, 2 actions.
No.
2 actions. So he's going to go for the one who hurt him, which was the guy with the axe, and the one who talks deeper than he does.
Do it now.
Let's go for it. Do it.
Is he hitting Tulkas first or me?
He's right-handed, so he's going to go for Tolkus.
Okay.
So these are the pincer attacks. He gets quite a lot. So much that I need to add it up quickly. Right, 43. Does the 43 hit you, Tolkus?
Does.
Wow. That's quite rare. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is... what is that? Oh, it's a 9. That's good. 9. 17.
How many reactions do you get?
That's 30.
Just one around?
Just one.
Yeah, there is a way to get more than one, but I don't think any of us have got it.
So Tolkus,
Yeah.
the giant pincer comes out. It grabs you around the waist for 30 points of damage as it starts to squeeze. It's going to try to cut you in half. And the same goes for Bryson. The left hand. Oh, it's the same again. What did I say that was? That was a 30. That's a 16 plus. There was a 43 to hit. Bryson just 43. It gets you again. Right. 7, 14, 15, 16, 18. Plus. Big numbers. That's a. Oh, shit. Really?
Big number.
No, it's not. 17. That's 27 points of damage. And he picks both of you up off the floor. Your feet are off the floor as he's slowly squeezing you around your midriff. And howls. Howls in glee, because that's all he can do, because he doesn't have 3 actions.
Ha! I'm gonna die. I am gonna die.
Right, top of the round. It's Bryson and Harrison.
Do I have any negatives for being held in his pincher?
No, there's no negatives. You're just off the floor. And slowly being squeezed.
Well, he harmed my friend over here, new friend. So we're going to do Smite Evil again, and we're also going to do Blade of Justice. So that's all 3 of my rounds.
Ooh. I like the sound of that.
So this is going to add another 2d12 to my roll.
Nice.
It's a lot again. 17 on the die plus 25 is a 42 to hit.
Oh, yes, that hits.
Okay. So. And I'm actually using with Blade of Justice, I can convert all the physical damage from the attack into good damage, so I'm going to do that as well.
Cool.
Nice.
All right. So.
Just straight into the pizza.
Yeah. Oh, son. Okay, so 8 plus 2 is.
Did you get the pinching tendon? That's what.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah.
So 5 of this is fire. So I don't know if that does anything because he's a demon. But we've got 10. 19, 26, 32. 32 points of good damage.
Ooh.
And 5 fire.
Okay.
All damage was good. What? He turns around and says, "Actually, I'm lawful good, so it doesn't affect me."
Oh well, then, here we are.
So explain how
Sorry
you're
we bothered you.
Explain how you're attacking him. What it is you're actually doing.
Like he has so he's got him held up in the pincher, and he can't move anywhere. So he just puts both of his hands on his
Straight
blade
down.
and just comes right down on the long part of the arm.
Okay. With that amount of damage and the bad roll, he drops you. It releases the grip. He roars out in pain and anger, and he drops you down. Harrison,
Okay.
you're up.
Usual double strike. After getting blasted by the big barrel, I'm trying to compose myself.
Double strike on Elias.
So the lowest attack is a 30 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So the other one was a 15 plus 27, so that would have hit anyway. So let's roll the old damage.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 5 bleeding, persistent.
Yeah.
And 12 for the first attack, and 11 for the second. And obviously for my third action, I'm going to be attacking again, so that would be a -3 with my new feat.
Yep.
And that's a 2 plus 27, 29 minus 3. Maths is failing me. 23 minus 3. 26 to hit for the third attack.
26 to hit, misses.
Okay, all right. Well, obviously you see Harrison just getting the wrong stroke at the wrong time.
That's right. It could be when Bryson's actually, just been dropped. He's like 5 foot to the floor.
Oh, Dave, I'm sorry. Add another 6 points of good damage to that. I forgot about my smite evil damage. I'm sorry.
Oh. We got good damage. We got good damage here.
Okay, Harrison, that's it?
That's it. That's
Boom,
the third
boom.
and final action. Yeah.
Yelena followed by Tolkus.
Okay, Yelena's gonna stamp her foot on the ground, go, "Oi, let Tolkus go," and put her hand up. A spike of is gonna come up for the ground, and
I love that spell so much.
So do I.
Oi, come here, you git.
Get over here. I just imagine it as this like titanium spike that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was the first time I did it. So yes, reflex save, please.
Reflex.
Yes.
20, 38.
Ah, you succeeded. By 1 you get. So you take half damage. Which would be, so that's 30, so you take 15 points of damage.
15, okay.
And you're struck by it, but you're not held in place or anything.
Okay.
But there is just a random spike of rock out the ground now.
It just erupts out of the ground. He just, pulls his arm out of the way. Okay, Tolkus followed by Rup.
Right, Tolkus is going to do something very similar to what Bryson did and target the demon's upper arm instead. So try and get him at the shoulder sort of thing to try and literally chop his arm off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going in with the power attack. And I'm going to re-roll that with my PP coin.
That's fine. That's what the PP coins are for.
So here's the PP coin back. There you go.
All right, hold on. Thank you.
And it was good because it's an at 20.
Oh,
Yay!
That is the right answer.
So that was worth it. I don't like wasting them when you then go and roll like a 2 or something. Right,
There are
so
a few things more infuriating. I'm going to re-roll that.
Exactly.
Shit.
Right, so that is going to be lots and lots and lots of damage. Right, the base damage on the dice is 51.
Holy shit.
Is this going to be a new record, do you think?
Plus 6, so that's 57. Do we double it or do we roll the dice twice? I can't remember.
We double it.
Because it hardly ever comes up, does it?
We double it, just for speed.
So it's 114 damage.
Yes, that's a number.
That's gonna hurt.
Right, say that again. How much? 100?
Yeah, it's 57 twice.
Yeah.
140. Yeah.
Shank.
Wow. Oh,
And that's on his that's directly on his shoulder, just where the arm joins the shoulder.
It does a lot of damage. So you don't just like cut into it, you cleave into it. It drops you. There's a huge howl of pain, and the arm just kind of drops limply, immovable. It's just literally hanging on. There's a huge frozen gap in his body.
With electricity just going.
Tis but a scratch.
That was 2 actions, because power attack is 2 actions. It only counts as 1 attack, though, for the purposes of minuses, because I now have Furious Focus.
Yep.
So I will do a second attack, which will be a feat called Brutal Finish. Which gives me an extra. It's 15 on the dice, plus 30 to hit, minus 5. So it's
40.
Yeah, 40. Hits an armor class of 40.
That hits, yeah.
And this one does slightly less damage because it's
Slightly.
yeah, it's only 3d12. It's only
Slightly less than
3d12 instead of
114.
5. Oh, it's pitiful. It's 22 plus 6, so 28.
28.
Yeah, 28 damage for that second one.
142 in total.
Oh, bloody hell. Okay. How would you want to do this?
Well, it was trying to squeeze my midsection, so my axe just went through his.
Okay, so the first hit, you cleave off, practically take his arm off nearly. He drops you to the floor, and then you swing around and
go
clap into the side.
Horizontal, straight across his midsection.
You were
right on the line where his pants join his belly button.
You were
So for a split second, it just looks like he's fine, and then all of a sudden the top half of his body just slides off.
It slides off onto the floor. He makes some gurgling noises, and then he slowly kind of turns to ash and disappears. You were 3 points over. Just with that last hit. Well done.
Right, and I'm taking his arm that I chopped off nearly as a souvenir. That goes in the bag of holding.
Well, most of that is all. That's all now. Just the whole body is turned to ash.
Oh, he's actually.
Yeah, he's gone.
Oh,
You-
okay.
Basically, if you
Cool.
kill him on this realm, he goes back.
No, right, okay.
So yeah.
I did not like him. He was very handsy.
You guys done
Point
already?
of order. Did the arm go to ash when it got cut off, or was it removed and maybe stuck around so he could keep his trophy? I'm just curious.
Do you want him to keep a demon arm as a trophy?
He's already got one.
I mean,
You're the guest. You make the call.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you reverse those pinchers, that would make an awesome axe head. That's all I'm saying.
It's funny, Drew. I've got another demon arm. I've got a snake woman's tail. What did I get from the giant?
You making a stew?
Yeah, I've got a dire bear's
He
pelt
makes
that I
sausages.
wear. Yeah.
Or you could make you could roleplay Zoidberg after a while.
Okay, I'll let you have the
Well,
arm.
if you
I'll
say-
let you have the arm.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if it's not the whole arm, just the clawed hand would be quite cool.
I mean, it's not part. It's part of an ectoskeleton, right?
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it.
Yay! Demon arm in the bag.
Yeah.
I just come out from the pillar and just go. There's like barely. Like, there's been 10 seconds past since we saw the thing. I think it's actually been like less than 2 rounds. So
yep, that was it was basically Rupp, Elias, and then his go again. So that's a round and a half. The rounds are getting shorter just because Tolkien kills everything.
I wanted it to be a bit more civilized. There's blood everywhere.
No, it's all turned to ash.
Yeah.
You can have the hand. You can have the hand if you want the hand.
It's going in the bag of holding.
Bryson. Yeah, Bryson looks over at Tulkas, kind of gives a quick nod, and then says out again, Jaren.
Yes, let's find your brother, quick. This is what we are here for.
I pat Tulkas on the back and say, no, I'm done. No, I'm done.
Oh. Does anyone else smell something?
I'm contemplating just doing burning hands.
It's probably better than my last one. I was going to say I'm going to go out on a limb and say that
he's burning hands.
God, is Amir in chat?
That was funny.
Eric, is Amir here? Good lord.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, somehow Tolkien and Yelena have swapped places again.
I don't know why. I've done nothing with my phone this time.
Let me see if that works. I'm not sure if it will. Oh, it did. There we go. That fixes that. Cool.
I guess perception on the room, since we're out of combat, just to see if there's any sign of him laying around. Or actually, no. Who cast?
I've still got locate objects. So
I'll look at Rupp and be like, which way?
Where is he?
Okay, so the pool of the ring is taking you further. So on our map, let me just let me bring it up so the audience.
Hobbitses.
There we go.
It steals all the food.
So on our map, you're in the shrine area of A6, and it's pulling you, say, 11 o'clock. So in that A10 location. So the player, just for everyone who's listening, the players have a numbered map. That's all they have. So it's through the wall.
Okay, I checked. I just go this wall.
Bryson will walk over to it and start looking for any type of, like, I know there's statues along this wall, any type of, like, arm pull down for, like, a secret door or something like that, if there's no obvious way through to begin with. Because I know there's still fog in here, yeah?
No. So, with the death of the demon, the fog has slowly started to push back. Elias, is your air elemental still there?
No, it would have gone by now.
Okay. So, you notice that the fog is almost just kind of lowering itself to the floor, and then just slowly evaporates away over the time that you're in this room.
Okay. So is there a we can now see the ways out of the room?
You can. So in the north and south, you see these alcoves, and there's statues of Lamashtu in there.
Yeah.
You can see the altar, which has all been dilapidated and crushed from another cave in. There's a kind of exit way from the southeast, which takes you to A7. But apart from that, Rupp is telling you that the item that Bryson is looking for is in this kind of northeast section.
I'd like to do a perception check on the floor, or is it survival? I don't know which one. But we can see the floor. Are there tracks leading anywhere?
There are lots of tracks and footprints from the demon, all heading southeast.
Okay.
That also looks like combat.
I'll go over to the wall where Bryson is now, and I'll use my magic sense to detect any magic, and I will use perception to search for any secret doors. Okay,
so roll your perception. You do find there is a pool of magic, not on the wall itself, but certainly nearby.
Okay, that's a 33 on the perception check.
Okay, on a perception check, I'll let everyone search around because there's scribblings everywhere.
All perception rolls, or are we just taking our time to do it and not rolling?
Everyone's doing it, and Elias has had his perception rolls. That's fine. You do find
38 perception for me.
Nice.
You do find another scribbling which is on the middle north statue. On the base of that statue, you find another inscription. This inscription reads, pen and paper's ready. On eastern shores of steaming mirror, at end of day when dusk is nearer, where 7 faces silent wait, encircled guards at Runeforge gate.
You read that again.
Yep. On eastern shores of steaming mirror, at end of day when dusk is nearer, where 7 faces silent wait, encircled guards at Runeforge gate.
Could it be referring to like a lake as the mirror because it's at the eastern shore? Do we know of any lakes that are called that name?
No.
Well, there was a lake
Unless
near,
around Riddlefort.
there was a lake near Turtleback Ferry. That's east of Sandpoint.
35 city lore. Would I know of any body of water around here that would fit that description?
No, nothing around Sandpoint. Sandpoint is a coastal town, but this, if the heroes remember, they found books in the library, which were telling you about something in the mountains. So that is where it's related to.
Oh,
Zinshalas.
Yes, that's the one. I couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mar, the highest peak.
Yeah. Thistletop, Lamashtu, Runewell.
Right. It's just occurred to me, but it's like 15 feet away, like through this wall. We might want to. It might be wise that it might be that way. Or,
Are you sure up? You don't sound sure.
No, I'm not. But
winding around, maybe.
Yeah,
he'll
maybe.
probably like. You said there were tracks.
Yep, the tracks lead southeast out the run.
Okay, that's survival of 26. He'll follow those.
Okay, so go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, if someone else is trying to lead, he'll let them, but if not, he'll lead the pack.
So Bryson walks off.
Yeah, I follow with my coin.
Okay.
Tulkas is sticking with Bryson wherever he goes at this point because, you know, we're now the waist squeeze brothers.
Right, we'll find out. We're going to take a short break. We'll find out what happens when they go down this corridor in a sec. We're going to stop for just get some drinks, some snacks, buy a break, the usual stuff. And we'll see you back here in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Right.
Copy that.
Right.
Going for a pee, see you in 3.
That's it. Right. See you all in a sec. I'm going to leave you with an advert. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, and welcome to the Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse Shopping Network. Shipping Goblin Bob here is going to tell you all about our new Platinum Edition. It's my favorite.
Thanks, George. Friends, are you tired of putting a cat, a flask of poison, and a source of radiation into a sealed box and having to settle for a cat that's dead or alive? Well, Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse has the product for you. Introducing the Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition. With the Schrodinger's Platinum Box, you can have both versions of your pet at the same time. Free yourself from objective collapse and enjoy a cat that simultaneously exists in 2 decoherent realities. It's time for atomic indeterminacy to enter the macroscopic domain. It's time for Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition.
Yeah. She's totally dead. But totally alive.
Only from Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. Simultaneously available and sold out now.
World wrought with demons. Going to hell is the only way to get redemption. 5 adventures, 1 mission. This spring, join us as we descend into Avernus, the first layer of hell. Action, fire, brimstone. If you make a deal with the devil, you better be prepared to dance. Band of Badgers, Descent into Avernus, coming this May.
Okay, we are back. Right, we just saw a load of questions come in from Baron, and we were just talking about that. So, Drew, horror films.
Oh man. Okay, so does Drew have any new film he's working on coming up we should look out for? Nothing new as of yet. It's funny you mentioned horror though. The 2 features that I've done with my buddy's production company, Steelhouse Productions. The first one is called Clowntown, which I'm in, but I'm also the stunt coordinator for, and did some grip work eventually on that one as well. But that is that's streaming on Amazon Prime. The other one's called The Toybox, but it's not streaming anywhere in the US right now. I'm not entirely sure what happened to it, but that one we had a little bit bigger budget. It's a haunted house story, but the house is an RV. And like basically serial killer. I think it's loosely based off because it's a supernatural thing. But there was a serial killer they called the Toybox Killer, and he would capture people and in his van or truck, or in this case it's an RV. And eventually in our story the police catch him, kill him, but he binds himself to the RV, and then it gets cleaned and shipped at a police or sold at a police auction, and then it's just out in the world again. So it's just like this family buys it, but unbeknownst to them it's haunted. And Denise Richards and Misha Barton are in that one, and we filmed in the Mojave for like 3 weeks. But I'm not sure where you can find that one right now. You might have to dig. But I was the stunt coordinator on that one, in the key grip. I have a small part in the beginning of it. Yeah, no, nothing new right now. I've got a couple of irons in the fire. Hopefully something will spring forth from them. Clowntown is not a great movie, but have some popcorn. It's fun.
It's fine.
It's not one that Steve will be watching, that's for sure.
No, he won't.
Steve has
a real problem with clowns.
Yeah, no, it's like it's funny because like we were trying to figure out, because we knew we had a very low budget and we wanted to make something that would sell, and there was a whole clown like wave coming because Rob Zombie was doing his movie coming out, and it was in the process of being made, so there was just kind of a tide that we literally just hopped on to make better, and we kind of built the script around that.
Just gonna say hi, Raiders, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
What is your favorite character that you remake for,
every system. I think Eric is just going to wind you up.
What are you talking about, Eric? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm playing a paladin here. Does that tell you anything? I love paladins. Paladin was my first real character. Like I played a druid for that first game, but like the game that Eric and I played for 3 years, House. Like I played a paladin from level 1 to I think we hit 20 or hit 19. We hit 19 or 20. So it was my first long campaign.
So during the when we started the stream, we were talking about we got onto the subject of kilts. So now you're into kilts. Do you go on like, you know, auditions or film sets or TV sets or wherever and always wear the kilt just so, as you said, to make you more memorable, but also because, you know, you stand out and it gets people to go, oh, look, there's a guy in a kilt, we'll have him.
Usually, like if I'm working on set as part of production, I will wear a kilt like every day. If I am auditioning, I won't, because that, unless it specifically calls for that type of look, like we need people going to Burning Man or something like that. Or like I'm actually on I can't remember what season it is, but I'm background on Shameless as a patron of a gay bar. We're playing pool and I wore the kilt and a tank top. And I get a bunch of people message me like, did I just see you on Shameless? It's just a quick thing, but I'm wearing the kilt. I walked up to costumes when I got there. I'm like, I figured this might work. She was like, oh yeah, no, own that. We're fine. You're done. Go to set. I was like, cool. But yeah, no, unless it fits, I don't ever want to, because some people don't like it. They take offense to it, or they're just, they're like, why are you wearing that? Which is funny to me. But for the most part, I don't wear it to auditions because I want to be, for all intents and purposes, a blank canvas that just, so it's showing me, not necessarily what I'm wearing. It's usually like khakis and a black t-shirt because I was raised on theater, and or jeans in a black t-shirt. But yeah, normally the kilt shows up everywhere else, conventions, work. Unless I'm rigging, which just out of courtesy for everybody else, I'll wear pants because I'm going to be able to go.
I was going to say, do you go true Scotsman?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything that what's the ideal genre for you? Do you want to go into cop drama? Is it sci-fi? Do you want to do more Star Trek? Is there, if someone says, look, just put this alien costume on and you're in.
I'm not telling that story, Eric.
Weddings.
Man,
you want to do romance?
I mean, weddings. No, I definitely wore a kilt when I got married. Man, I honestly don't have a specific genre. I would love to do anything that puts a sword in my hand, because I've always been a martial artist in some type of what's the word, evolution of me growing up. I was obsessed with them as a kid, and now I block fights all the time. I'm actually possibly doing that this weekend because I'm a fight choreographer as well. But cool. Anything that would put a sword in my hand, or any type of physical combat or physical storytelling, I love doing. Whenever I teach stage combat, like it's usually like small groups or for kids for like summer camp or master classes. Like if I go back to the college that I went to, I always start with like a dramaturgy angle. And I love showing, if you guys seen Seven Samurai, the Kurosawa film. So the opening sequence where they're gathering the party and you meet the swordsman and he's having the competition with the other guy and they use bamboo instead of real swords. And he's like, oh, it's a draw. He's like, no, you would have lost. You would have been cut. And his honor is besmirched. So he draws a real weapon. So the other guy is forced to. And the main character even says it's so obvious. And you wouldn't even need to see the cut that happens in slow motion to see who wins that fight. It could have just been their reaction, because you see one guy, he's very nervous, he's jittery, he keeps changing stances, and the other person, the swordsman, is very calm and he just takes an opposite stance, and you can tell who's going to win just by their body language. That tells you, like, that shows you the story before the actual like execution of the hit happens. And that to me is very important. Well, I'm talking, the fight that I might be blocking this weekend has to do with somebody that wants to have like a superhero thing on their reel. And so we're talking about, you know, like, what do we want it to look like? And I'm like, well, I need to know what her power set is. Like, does she have super strength? Is she super fast? He's like, well, I haven't really thought about it. I'm like, well, you need to, because unless you're like, if you're Superman and you're not fighting like Darkseid, you're gonna trounce him. So if we want this to be some type of fight that would be on equal footing, you have to have the same power set as somebody you're fighting. Otherwise, it's gonna be you just throwing them around, and all the stunts are gonna be me hooking people to wires and dragging them across the yard. Like, that's what it's gonna be. So, that's a really good point. So, like, the foundation of what that choreography is the first place that I go. And I really enjoy that type of physical storytelling, just showing, like, the whole Steve McQueen thing. Like, I'm not going to read that. I can do that with a look. Showing what the characters can do based on their experience and their training as they have come up as the character you're playing. Sorry, that was a rant. But any type of character that has that type of meat to it, I love sinking my teeth into and getting inside the head of. So horror is really good for that, because there's usually a lot of like combat or any type of cop stories are great for that too, because you have, anytime there's conflict, you have that type of situation come up. So yeah, really I have no preference. I love comedy, I love drama. It's all storytelling to me. So that's why I love doing this.
Cool. Yeah, again, it's me. Again, you know, the thing about having Band of Badgers is by having guests, any guests like yourself on, just to find out about what the background is, what's going on. You don't have to be. You know, we've had all kinds of people on. We've had, you know, companies, people from D&D. Everyone has been on. It's just nice to find people who just want to come and play. So it's fantastic. It's nice to see how we all fell in love with these types of games. And most people have done it like years ago. Some people did it yesterday. It's just really nice that it's such an open audience for that. We're going to crack on because go on, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, the thing that got me into D&D, like when I found out what it actually was, I was like, oh, because people ask me that have never played, like, what is it like? And I always tell them, I describe it as tabletop theater.
It's a good description.
Because when I started playing, I was like, oh, this is basically just an improv session. That's why I love GMing, because it makes me work those muscles that I normally don't get to.
Yeah, unless you know you lose an action. And then can't cast reverse gravity.
It's real fun playing Yelena. Real fun.
We're down to the last kind of half hour, 40 minutes. Let's see if we can crack on and find Bryson's missing brother.
Rescue Bryson's brother.
So, you leave the cathedral room and you head through the southeast exit. There is blood everywhere. So you're only about 20-30 feet in. It's obvious that this was some kind of battleground. It's pretty obvious as well from it's not dried blood. There is all kinds of bits and pieces of body parts, and blood is splattered all over the walls. There are pools of congealed blood on the ground as well. Even snips of flesh are like stuck to the walls and the floor. Whatever happened here, it ended poorly for many people. So more than likely, the ones who came here before you, the ones who you were searching for, they had the run-in with the same demon. However, were not as powerful. They were town guards. You're a lot more powerful with magic items than they are. There's nothing left to even kind of do a raise dead on.
But the signet ring isn't there, is it?
No.
Oh. Maybe your brother got away, Bryson. Maybe he isn't amongst these body parts.
Look to Rupp again. I'm like,
yeah, down the corridor.
Where we go?
Keep going.
Okay, keep on going.
His demeanor has changed too. Like, it's still focused, but it is very concerned at this point. So yeah, he'll move.
Okay, so if you go further into the corridor, it's now a cavern. So you've got cavern corridors. This is not the brickwork where you've come down from. This is all a matter of various caves and tunnels. So if you follow, because the players have a map, if you follow the map around, it will take you into the A8 area, which is 3 separate sections. Now here, so the 3 separate chambers. So there was once 3 separate chambers, have now become 1 because all the walls have collapsed due to erosion and ages. They're all bloodstained fragments. There are chain shirts, shields, swords. There's clothing dropped haphazardly everywhere. The walls are decorated with more scribblings, also written in more blood in this area.
Elias, do you want to check out?
I will see if I can decipher any of the scribblings here, please.
Yeah, can you do a perception check for me?
Are the while he's doing that, are the clothing, or is the clothing in A8, are these town guards, or is this like older stuff?
This is a mix of things. There's some older items, but yeah, you see the chain shirt of the town guard. You see one of the helms. They weren't fully kitted out because a lot of them have been killed for various reasons from raids in Sandpoint's history. But yes, some of it is from Sandpoint, some of it is from much, much older.
28 on perception.
Okay, yeah, you do. So in amongst the scribblings on the wall, you find a third stanza. This one reads, "Each stone, the grace of 7 lords, 1 part of key each ruler hoards. If offered spells and proper prayer, take 7 keys and climb the stair." I can read it again for you. "Each stone, the grace of 7 lords, 1 part of key each ruler hoards. If offered spells and proper prayer, take 7 keys and climb the stair."
Need 7 keys.
Each foundation stone?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each stone.
Oh dear.
Nearer than usual.
Yeah.
So I was hoping it was more, well, it's usually more riddlish.
Yeah, that was very literal.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
Bryce, can I offer you a pie in this trying time?
A pie?
Yeah.
Pie?
It'll make you feel better. I promise. I take out a slice of pie out of my knapsack.
What kind of pie is it? It's like meat pie, or is it like dessert?
It's kind of like a blueberry.
He'd take it.
Yeah. You heal. You actually heal.
Oh, no shit.
No shit. You actually heal. It's out of my special knapsack, so.
That's dope.
Yeah, you heal for
healing pie.
25.
No shit.
That's
Yeah.
an amazing pie.
670.
Hey, Rob, you got any sausage pies in there
Yeah,
for me?
Captain. Awesome.
At least it made him feel a little bit better.
Like, stop eating halfway through. It was like, this is really good.
I know. Halflings are great bakers. They're known for it. Right, it's this way, Bryson. Just
32 perception in A8 while he's standing there eating, just looking for any other type of like sign of his brother.
Okay.
Hopefully not seeing his corpse anywhere.
While you're looking around.
Oh, I see. You made it past my little friend. Pincy
Not
little
very
bugger,
friendly.
isn't he? What was that?
He's not very friendly.
No.
He is very dead, though.
True.
Yes, I saw that. Very good of you. You must enjoy it, yes?
Are you
a
gonna
one
be-
bit fan.
What was that, Elena?
Are you going to be of any help to us?
Oh, I can be of loads of help if you ask the right questions. But you haven't answered any of mine.
Such as?
In the distance, you also hear the baying of wolves again.
Like the direction we're going?
Yep, kind of further south from where you are. So further south is going to wrap you back up and loop you.
Okay.
Fine.
No, like Bryson will stick his head around, and if he sees that curves off to go back north, he'll start heading down the tunnel.
Okay.
Jared,
We stick with him.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. So
and
as you
he's going to, you see him start casting something like every maybe 6 seconds or so, but he'll be throwing up shield as he's walking down the walkway.
Yeah. The walkway goes for maybe 80 feet as it slowly kind of turns back up towards the north. And there's a junction. You can go left or you can go right. But it does seem to be light more coming from the right junction than the left junction.
Go to the left then.
Okay. So as you take the turn around to left, almost immediately in front of you, you hear like the padding of footsteps coming towards you, and then just its head sticks out. You see what appears to be a very vicious looking dog.
It is a pooch. Throw it a bone.
So you see this dog, almost like a Dalmatian, mostly jet black with red, piercing, glowing eyes. Around its collar has a series of spikes. And then as it turns full body, you see its tail, it starts to whip it around. It's not a normal puppy dog tail. This one ends in a very looking nasty barbed stinger. Almost kind of scorpion-like.
If it's right in front of him, he's just gonna try and cleave through it.
Okay.
Throw the pastry and run.
I was going to say this is Yelena's
Yeah.
area, isn't it? Animals.
I could try. I'm not so sure with the spiky bit on the end, but I could try. I can't remember what it's called. But I would like to try and roll a diplomacy check, if I may, before it gets cut in half.
You can roll a diplomacy check if you wish. Yes.
To try and like talk to it and make it seem like we're not a threat.
Okay.
Apart from Bryson with his sword.
Apart from that, I'm going to use my coin to re-roll that because that was a 2.
Oh dear.
I whisper to Rob.
Ah, and it goes to a natural 20.
Oh, well done.
Show it, you lizard.
Hey!
Show it, you lizard.
No.
Okay. So before Bryson attacks it, you can...
47. No. 37.
Yeah. What would you like to say to it?
It's like, we mean you no harm. We're searching for his brother. Can you help us?
You see the first one kind of like it tilts its head as if it was baring its teeth at Bryson, and as it sees you and realizes you're talking to it.
And I'm putting my hands up in a
kind of snaps its jaw shut, like, and then the ears go up, and it kind of tilts its head and looks at you, and then behind it pads another one, and then another one, kind of with its tongue hanging out. And then look at you, and then again they look between you and Bryson, and their ears go down, and they start.
If I see that reaction, I'll put my sword down, like, and what is it for?
There's a pack of them now, unfortunately.
Knowledge, would knowledge religion tell me what these things are, maybe, or?
Yeah, you can. I'll let you have it. Yep. If you roll your number, you can do a religion check on it.
It's pretty good. It's a 35.
Okay, that's enough. These are what you know of as hounds of Lamashtu.
Oh, we faced them. Have we?
No, you haven't faced these ones. No.
Oh right. We faced Shadowhounds, didn't we?
You had Shadowhounds, yeah.
Alright.
So these are hounds of Lamashtu. They are extra planar, and they only they serve Lamashtu.
Well,
it was a good try.
I'm gonna say.
Attack me and kill me.
I'm gonna say sit in infernal.
Okay.
With a hang on. Diplomacy of
where's the demon?
37.
Okay, it's good. You see, actually, I will roll it. Hold on. What is it? I got another natural 1. You see one of the first one who was Granite you start with just goes and just sits. And waits patiently. His paws are out in front of it. It kind of sits. It puts its head down on the ground, while the other two kind of continue to look at you. And you can see their teeth baring. And then, they're going to roll to attack. So everybody, initiative, please.
I was just about to throw some sausages at them, Elena, but skipped into.
Oh well. We tried. We tried not to.
Tried. 37 for me.
Okay. Bryson, 37. Elena.
36 for me.
Oh, 36. Tolkien.
30 for Elena.
30. Elias.
35.
45. Harrison.
Meaning of life, 42.
42.
Oh, you've seen that film then?
Read that book.
And Rupp.
I got a nat 20 on, so I got 44.
Oh, nice.
44. Damn. Blimey. Okay, Rupp and Harrison, what would you like to do first?
Find the nearest dog.
What is a book?
Find the nearest dog. I forget. Is it possible to hold actions in Pathfinder?
You can, yeah, if you want to.
So I'm gonna hold my double strike, and if a dog comes near to attack, I will attack it with my double strike. So that will be the end of my turn. Just effectively just waiting.
Okay, you're waiting to see if one
me.
comes to you. That's fine. You're just watching them attack Bryson, who is a holy champion for goodness. You're just gonna wait.
Oh, sorry. I thought they weren't each attacking yet. Okay, fine. I'll attack.
I'm going to scream at them.
So I will actually attack them. I thought Bryce that they hadn't attacked you.
Well, it's actually
okay.
Rupp got a higher score. So Rupp, you come first. It's Rupp then Harrison.
Yep, sure.
So yeah, I'm going to scream at them. So I'm just going to and then get into dog whistle range, where all of them need to make fortitude saving throws, please.
Okie dokie. I'm just going to do one because there's a batch. Oh, that's not good either. I got maximum 12.
Okay, well, for all of them.
That's really bad.
Okay, fine. So be it. So that's 15, 20, 23. I've got to what? So yeah, it's 23 damage to all of them. So 7.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it. I think they're deafened as well.
Oh, poor doggies.
Yeah.
So you do your supersonic
they're
scream.
deafened for one round.
Okay.
So yeah, they each take 23 points of damage
your
as their eardrums
attack.
burst.
Oh, poor doggies.
Which is a shame.
Okay, then Harrison.
Yep. So I will make it worse for them by double striking the nearest one that I can see.
Yep.
So I rolled 2 3s. So, but obviously plus 27, so 30 to hit for both.
30 does hit.
Okay, so rolling damage. Do 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 do. So 3 persistent bleed and 9 on the first attack and 12 on the other. And for last action, did I have to move to get them, or were they close by?
No, you had to move.
Okay, so that's it. That's the end of my turn.
Cool. Bryson, followed by Tolkus.
Yeah. So 2 were attacking, the other one's still laying down.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so whatever are the 2 that are attacking both on me?
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool. Just gonna. I need to ask you. So when I was using an action to cast shield as I walked down.
Yep.
Would this be at the beginning of
that's
a new round? So I haven't cast it.
No, you've cast it. That's fine. We won't include that as part of an action.
Okay.
So you still got 3 actions.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna slice into dice then. First one is math. 42.
42 hits. Yep.
All right. And I'll just keep on the target unless one drops, then I'll switch.
Yep.
To 33.
Yep.
And then 20 for the last one.
20 damage or 20 to hit?
20 to hit.
20 does hit.
Okay, cool. So the first hit does. Don't have that cast. That's 8 plus 4. 12 points regular damage plus 5 holy and 6 fire.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
That's the first hit.
That's fine.
Okay. Second is 15 regular plus 4 fire and 1 holy. And if it doesn't matter, you just want me to add it all up, just let me know.
No, that's fine.
Third one is 12 normal, 3 holy, 2 fire.
Okay. Right. Taking some damage. They all, apart from the one that's sitting on the floor, just right. It's got its tongue hanging out now. Seems to be enjoying the fight. All seem to be doing quite badly.
Okay, but the one that I was attacking is still up?
It's still standing, yes. Not
okay,
barely, cool. But it's still standing. Tolkus, followed by Elias, please.
Right, Tolkus is going to step up to the doggies.
Yep.
I'm assuming that's going to take 1 action.
Yep. So it's you fighting side by side with Bryson, the two hounds.
Yeah, and I will go for one of the aggressive ones.
Yep.
Are either of the aggressive ones not been hit yet?
No, they've both been hit.
Right, okay. In that case, I will just attack the closest one to me.
Yep.
I've got 2 actions left, so I will do 1 power attack.
Yep.
That is a roll of 3 on the dice, which hits an armor class of 33.
That's ridiculous. Yep, go on, you hit.
And that takes 32 plus 6 damage, so 38 damage.
Ooh, okay, one's dead.
Normally, Telkus is an animal lover, but he doesn't like things with spiky tails.
Yeah, this thing does not have a nice tail.
And that is the end of my go.
Okay, Elias, followed by Yelena, please. You've got one hound is laying on the floor, looking googly-eyed at Bryson. The other one is frantically trying to attack him and bite for his armor.
Okay.
Talk about extremes.
I will pull out a kukri from inside one of the pockets of my many-pocketed coat and cast a spell and cause it to fly across the room in direction of the one that he was hitting and is injured, so not the one that's laying on the floor.
Yep.
That is 27, 37 to hit.
Yep, it hits.
And flies across the room like Kroll, spinning blade through the air.
Goes round the corner.
Goes round the corner and comes back again. And I catch it deftly and put it back in my pocket. And then I wish I'd rolled all them dice again because there's a lot of low numbers.
Yep.
That's 19 points of damage.
Okay, and I will double check that. 19. Okay, there is not dead. Nearly dead, but not dead.
And with my last action, I will throw a guidance. Who's after me? Yelena hasn't been.
Yelena.
Although I'm not going to do it.
So I will throw a guidance at Yelena.
Okay.
Good luck, Yelena. Thanks. So Yelena's not actually going to do anything. She's just going to try and... She's keeping her hands up. Trying to basically make that one dog that is lying and being good, just keep it there. And seeing as I'm the one that managed to make it sit down, I think it's a bad idea if I attack. So I don't know if you want me to roll something.
No, if you just want to keep calm with it, that's fine.
Yep, that is my plan.
That's
keep
fine.
calm with it and try and stop it attacking people.
Okay. Back to the top, we got Rob and Harrison. Oh, hold on, it's my go. Blimey!
Damn it.
Right.
Did you roll low on the initiative again as well?
I rolled 23, which is not great. Well, there we go. That's a better number now. So Bison, this is 25, 6, 7. Oh man, is that all? 28, but I'm sure that's a miss. Bryson, 28 to hit.
On me, you are correct. No, that is the miss.
Because I know what your armor class is. I will try for a second attack, but even with no, that's not going to do it because I get a -5. That's 27.
Nope.
And it just keeps jumping up at you, trying to bite you. Each time it's missing. So, Rupp Harrison.
I'm gonna huck a spear at the one attacking Bryson as I produce a magical spear out of the knapsack, and that is a lot to hit.
And hi Marissa, by the way. So Marissa's in live
39.
chat if you want to have a chat.
39 to hit.
Yeah, 39 hits.
10.
Get a last drop of water. Cool.
Give it stitches.
23 points damage.
Yep. So you pin this one, picks it straight up, straight into the wall.
Sick. I will also chuck a guidance at Bryson as I remove a sweet from my rucksack and go, here! And there
Where
you
are
go.
his originals?
More food.
Oh! And that's it. The ones which are attacking have attacked.
And that's it.
And are now dead.
That's good.
But you still have this. You literally have a Hound of Lamashtu sitting there looking at Bryson all googly-eyed. Its tongue hanging out. If that spiky scorpion tail could wag, it probably would.
Kind of still keeping eye contact, but kind of leaning back towards Elena. I'm like, what should we do now?
Give it some sausages and it stays put.
I have no sausages.
Don't worry, I've got you covered, Bryson. And Tulkas reaches into his bag of holding, pulls out like 4 or 5 sausages, gives them to Bryson and says, put them over there. They may be able to go sit in the corner.
He kind of like, he's about to move and he's like, roll over. He says in Infernal. Just to see what'll happen. That's a lot of diplomacy still. This is ridiculously awesome. 39.
I got a feeling.
Yeah, he's going to roll over. He like gives a little bit of a yap. And the Hellhound of Lamashtu rolls over and begs.
Bryce
for
is
his tummy
very
to be-
confused, but he's gonna roll with it. He's like, bad dog, good dog. I don't know. And he throws the sausages into the corner and just kind of walks away up through towards A9.
It scampers. You know when you see the dogs on like tiled flooring, and they scratch. They
can't
they
get
don't
the
go
grip.
anywhere. Yeah, he's trying to go.
No traction.
And he gets over to the and starts eating up sausages. Having a good old time.
He kind of looks at everybody, doesn't say anything, and just turns north again. Right. Which way are we going? Up?
Onward.
And he'll go into A9.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll all go.
Okay, so
precious. I mean the ring.
This room is you're back into like chiseled walls again. The walls, ceiling, and floor of this otherwise empty room is again densely packed with writing of all kinds. In many cases, the writing here is overlapping. It's tangled near to the point of illegibility. Let me just check. Where's my paper gone? There it is. However, 4 short lines stand out on the northern door, carved into the stone, but otherwise alone on the face. Okay, so that the door in the north. This one reads, I have to find it again. Have your pen and papers ready. This one reads, on frozen mountain, Zin awaits. His regal voice, the yawning gates. Keys turn twice in Sahedron. Occulted Runeforge waits within. So, one more time. On frozen mountain, Zin awaits. His regal voice, the yawning gates. Keys turn twice in Sahedron. Occulted Runeforge waits within.
Okay. Again, pretty literal, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Someone's waiting.
Well, yeah. Zin Salast. Yeah. And his spies.
Knowledge, religion. If I can shed any light on that for them, Dave.
Yeah, go ahead.
Probably not. I rolled a 3.
No.
It's gonna be only a 22.
No, it's not high enough.
Okay.
We already know a bit, at least.
Yeah, most of this is so the background information for Bryson. This is stuff that's kind of forgotten in history, 10,000 years old. The previous civilization that was here before all you guys. So yeah, there's nothing religious about that particular verse.
Got it. I didn't know if it was because it was in the shrine to Lamashtu, if it had anything to do with that. Is the door open?
Yeah, if you want to try it, you can try it.
Let's try it.
This is the first door we've come to, yeah?
The first one we tried to open, I think we've walked past a couple of doors.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if we saw him in A2 because of
the fog.
It's true.
Fog, yeah.
True. Good point.
He kind of look. Should we? Is it safe?
Is it secret?
I'll check for traps. 29.
He'll look as well. 37 perception, although I don't know if I can see him or not. I'm not sure how it works with finding traps in BF2.
I will say it is trapped.
Oh my god, it's the first trap door we've ever found.
Is it magical trap?
I know.
Yeah, is it? Is there any magic emanating from it?
I will say it's Elias recognises it as a magical trap.
Okay, can I make an Arcana check then, please, to identify what it is? That's a 37.
It's a suggestion.
Okay, if we trigger this trap, a spell called Suggestion will try and force whoever passes this door to do something that you don't want to do. You can try and resist this, but there's no guarantee that we will succeed.
Will it, if only one person goes through, would it only affect that person, or is it a radius?
I have the spell, and normally the spell only affects one creature. But
So it's a test of will then?
It's a test of will, yes.
I'll take that test, and he'll open the door.
I use premonition avoidance very quickly.
Okay, what does that do?
It gives you +2 to your saving throw. I might cast something as well. Yeah, I'll cast heroism on him as well before he goes in.
Well, he's gonna use divine grace as he does this, so that'll give him a +2 from that as well.
So you get +3 from me total.
+3 from you?
Yeah, I used terrorism on you as well.
That's a 41 will save.
Let's hope.
He stops, like he opens the door and then he stops and is like, this door wants me to kill all of you. I don't think I will.
I'm glad about this.
I mean, it's a very stupid command. It obviously goes against my nature. I don't understand it. Whoever made this door is an idiot. And he opens it and keeps walking.
And you hear everyone can hear this out in the hallway as you walk through. Like,
you didn't fall for my little door trap. Yeah. Well, let's see. if you like what you're going to see now. I love reuniting families.
Bryson says, with an intimidate of a 35, it's like, if I don't, I'm going to find you.
Got to catch me first.
Yeah. Great.
He looks back to Rupp. He's like, "Is it this way? Are we going the right way?"
Yeah. Well, you know that spell I cast on you. It kind of like messed me up a little bit. No. Yeah, but it's probably about this way.
Right. And he'll move up to, I'm guessing the only place he can go because everything else is caved in is that door to A10.
Yep, correct. So it's a long corridor, which takes you...
He'll be popping shield up again at the beginning of the...
That's fine. So the walls... So you're at the another door. This door is not covered in writing of any kind. Probably the only door or wall or surface that is not covered in scribbles.
So, using magic sense, am I getting a sense of magic from within the room? I think I recall from the description when I was searching for a secret door, you said I could sense the presence of magic far off. Are we now at the source of that magic?
You are.
Okay. I will check the door for traps.
Okay.
That's a 34.
There are no traps.
Is it locked at all?
Okay, so you put your hand on the door handle.
Did I, from the perception check, did it tell me if the door was locked? No. Could I see a lock? Is there a lock?
There is a lock. The door is shut.
Okay, I will use my thieves' tools and my thievery skill to attempt to pick the lock, assuming that it is locked. That's 27.
It is not locked.
Okay, I open the door.
Okay. So, as you step in, the walls of this room are decorated with flowing scripts and runes. To the north slumps a body, a human body. Its limbs are apparently broken in dozens of places. A low table against the east wall is covered with vials of coloured liquid, and sitting in an inkwell is a quill made from a peacock's feather.
Rob, don't drink anything.
Well, what the body? What is it? Is it someone we recognise?
Is it someone Bryson recognises?
More to the point, it is someone that Bryson recognises. The body is bent over the desk, and the body is just twisted. It's like the legs are broken in several places, the arms are broken in several places. His entire body, all the limbs are twisted. This is like a puppet has just been dropped on the floor, completely bent at wrong angles and extra bends where there shouldn't be extra bends. The body is not moving.
Would like to move up to it, see if it's alive.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do a medicine check to see if it's alive.
Yeah, he's recently deceased. He's still warm.
Well, yeah, let's try something.
Raise dead?
Let's try something.
Yes, raise dead. Let's try raise dead. You do mean raise dead, right? I hope you don't mean the.
I was trying to be funny, which
okay
is probably backfired. But
I think it actually is raised dead.
Like a revive spell of sorts.
Yes,
if there is.
that's what I want to do.
Not actually turning him into a zombie.
Yeah, not animate dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use raise dead.
Okay.
Which yeah, I paid for some stuff in town. So yeah, I'm gonna take out one of the diamonds in my knapsack and just cast it over him, and see if he comes back at all.
Okay. What can you explain? You're successful. So if you want to explain what happens.
So yeah.
Sorry, Rob or Tris. Sorry, hang on one second. Dave, did my brother follow Pharasma as well?
Yes.
He died excruciatingly bad, right?
He has been tortured.
Knowledge, religion of a 29, going off of what I know about Pharasma and how she rewards those that have had it rough in life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would I want them to res him, or would I want him to gain, like, to reap the benefits of having to go through that?
That is your choice.
I've got the diamond out.
I think he's gonna put his hand over the diamond and he's gonna say, "No, leave him." And he'll probably shed a tear, but then he will pick up his brother's broken body. It's like, we both follow the same chosen path. Bringing him back now will make what he suffered in vain. He is, if he is receiving reward for the punishment he endured, the afterlife will treat him well. Thank you for helping me find him. And he'll pick him up and he'll say, I will return to the surface and send down reinforcements to gather the dead.
May he
wish you all well.
Forever.
And he will sheathe his sword and pick him up with both hands and start to carry him out.
Wish you good luck, Bryson.
You as well.
Fare thee well.
May fate find you happy and healthy and victorious on the rest of your quest.
I wish you...
And he'll leave.
Good dreams. Goodbye.
And Bryson walks out the door, carrying his brother in his arms. What would the rest of you
He'll
like to
take, like, he comes back after he walks out the door. He says, if you do find where that voice came from, find me. And then he leaves.
What do we do about your dog?
Now's not the time, Harrison.
So, what would everyone else like to do?
What else is around the room?
Yeah, I think we'll investigate the room.
It's definitely some kind of office space. There's a desk. It's where the scribbler has been working or spending most of his time. There is the ink and quill seem to be possessions of the scribbler. Probably something that he valued in a previous life. It looks very expensive and is obviously Thessalonian.
Right. Oh, nice.
Very magical.
Yeah. Yes and no. The inkwell is not magical. although you notice it's not ink, it's blood, fresh blood. But the peacock pen is magical.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
44.
It is a slight twist on Speak with Dead.
Ugh. Okay. So they write their answers down with the dead corpse.
It basically uses the blood of the dead to write the revelations.
Right.
Dodgy.
Inside, you also find the last stanza, which reads, "And now you've come and joined the forge. Upon rare lore your mind can gorge. And when you slough the mortal way, in Runeforge long your work shall stay." And now you've come and joined the forge. Upon rare lore your mind can gorge. And when you slough the mortal way, in Runeforge long your work shall stay. And what I will do is, if you look onto Twitch, you can see the stanzas written out, or the poem.
Oh. That's a little less literal, maybe. When you slough the mortal way, Runeforge long your work shall stay. Okay. So when we reach the Runeforge and die?
Is there any reason that certain bits of it look as though they're in bold?
No, that doesn't have any impact on
Okay.
I think you should think about this.
Yeah.
Does it make more sense to your lives?
Not in order.
Not in order.
No.
Okay.
Because the line that looks like it should be the first line is, "On frozen mountain Jin awaits, his regal voice the yawning gates, keys turn twice in Sahedron occulted, Runeforge awaits within."
Or would it be on Eastern Shores?
But we know the mountains are north, or the mountain that we think where Zinshalash was north of the Jotunheim or whatever.
Jorgenfist.
Jorgenfist, that's it, yeah.
I was going to say, Jotunheim's from 4, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think that if the steaming mirror is a lake, which sounds like it's like a thing that you'd have in Iceland. What are they called?
Geyser.
A geyser, yeah.
You from Newcastle?
Different sort of geyser, mate.
If that's on the eastern portion of Zinshalash, it might be giving us a location within Zinshalash of a place rather than the location of Zinshalash. I don't know. It doesn't make sense that line is the fourth in the stanza. So I'm wondering if they're not in sequence. and we have to move them around.
Yeah, maybe.
And we will find out.
I was just going to say that.
We will find out next week what it actually means. You got a little puzzle to solve before you move onwards. Everyone's a bit perplexed now. Everyone's like,
deep in thought.
I love the way you get to the end of this one. Like, we've got to go to bed now, but
you gave us a thinker.
Yeah.
You gave us a thinker right at the end when we're all almost tired.
It's the best bit to do. Right. Thank you very much
so many
for
questions as well. It's like, who did the torture? Where's the voice coming from?
Yeah.
Nowhere else to go down here, so that's like a massive loose end.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Well, we never checked out A4 or A5.
Yeah, so
that's right.
We did those double doors. Or A3 for that matter.
Yeah, wasn't there a little pool thing? I've closed it now, but in the top right corner.
Yeah, top right
there,
corner. Fucker might have been divining from there or something.
We might find out next episode. Who knows? Hey, bats.
I didn't have to use a diamond.
No, you still got a diamond. But cool.
You're welcome. It's role playing, saving the money.
Saving the money, yeah.
Thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you, players. Thank you, Andrew, for joining us. It was good to finally get you on.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you. Yeah, it was really nice being here. Thank you.
Hopefully, we'll get you on because we originally had you booked in for do some painting. So we'll see you again soon to do some miniature painting as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And we have new stories, new one-shots, and loads of stuff. So hopefully, if Drew's got the time, he can join us for some of those as well. This is like later in the year, but we've got lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool shit happening.
Sweet.
Until then, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, everyone stick around. Steve, sort out the raid for Dwarven Forge. I haven't checked to see if they're there.
I have queued it up. They are live at the moment.
Right. So we're going to go and pop in on Dwarven Forge. So do stick around for that. Go. Right, we'll see you soon.
Thanks for joining us.
See you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.